How am I
Hello,
in this
hello,
shot?
hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
I'm still dark? No. I
What?
don't think so.
Oh my
Let's talk about
god,
the
are
camera.
there overlays now?
There are overlays now! Yay!
Chris!
Definitely! It was definitely me! It was most definitely me. I didn't give Amanda my Photoshop and stuff.
And I didn't use Photoshop.
Amanda didn't use my Photoshop to make.
Good job, Chris. You did great.
Thank you.
You look amazing.
Thank you.
Wow.
Amanda!
Amanda
you.
did it. Yeah, Amanda for sure. Definitely. Did
Okay,
it.
we're trying to put my plug in, by the way. Yeah, hi everyone, happy Sunday. Yeah. Yeah, as you can see, upgrades, we got overlays now. I'm hoping all of the right pictures are on the right person. If not, we'll fix it. And also, little plug in for myself. Am I pointing the right way? I don't know. Upper corner. I got a new channel now. If you guys want to subscribe to that, the QR code's up there.
Dare you?
Yeah,
use this
don't
channel
give
for
me
your
your
own.
Yeah.
Just plug.
Yeah, I will.
Plug right now.
I know you plug
I did
yourself
the
too much.
overlay. I get to plug.
What do I get to plug? I've done everything else.
You can
Yeah.
plug. What would you like to plug, Andrew?
You can plug
I'll put Colby after
the Ethernet.
I should have expected that.
Twitch just bans us on the spot.
Hi everyone, happy Sunday for us, and whatever day it is for you, if you're watching this in the past, or if you're just in another time zone, Caroline.
Monday for Caroline.
Monday.
How is the future?
Monday.
Yeah, what happens in the future?
Did 9/11 happen again?
You
God.
sleep.
You sleep.
Chris shits himself because of cheese.
Before we
don't
jump
bring my lactose
into
intolerance to this.
this week's episode, are there any announcements that we have to get through aside from overlay? Yay.
Next week.
Yes, next week. Thank you. If you are not already subscribed, if you have not already joined our Discord, please join. The link is down in our little card thing down below. Please join the Discord for all of the latest announcements on our channel. For example, most likely we will not be streaming next week. I have some personal things to take care of, so I cannot be here. Yeah, life is happening. So if anything changes or if we end up doing something else, those announcements will be in the Discord. So please join that to see what's going to happen next. I did it. I said the right words. All right.
Yay.
That's all I have. Did I forget anything? Anyone else? Somebody else wants to say? All right. Do we need to go around and introduce ourselves again? Or
No, the overlays are there.
Yay!
One last time.
One last time? All right, for the memes, we'll go around the table one more time so we can make fun of Chris. Every time he says Fable, we say we don't know what that is. So, starting in that direction.
Hi, I'm Tyler. I'm playing Vagus, the Lizard Folk Barbarian.
Hi, I'm Andrew. I'm playing you, the Warlock Paladin.
Hi, I'm Chris.
Wait, what?
Playing you.
I play Wade Fable. Wade, that's a Fable Wizard Cleric.
Hi, I'm Colby. I'm playing Apollo the Clone.
Hi, I'm Caroline. I'm playing Ava, the Kobold Druid. And I don't know what the fuck everyone else was saying.
Hi, I'm Amanda, aka the Raging Gobbo. Link. I'm the Game Master. I'm everybody else.
Everybody.
Everybody else. All right. So,
Do the everybody hates Chris, huh?
Well, it's obvious. I don't have to say it.
wow. So, welcome to episode 38 of our stream. We're doing things, guys. 38. Last we left off.
We get to 69 and never stream again.
We have to stop.
Yeah.
That has to be our last episode. Yeah.
TPK episode.
We had the TV.
Almost 30 episodes to wrap it up.
I would say we should have like a Ravanya fight on episode 69. Let's make it happen, guys.
Yeah.
No.
Cool about it.
No, I thought it was different. We should all 69 on this.
No.
I was thinking
we're going to get
she was gonna
killed,
say
but
we
we
should
also
have an
kill them
orgy.
at the same time. It's a simultaneous
Ooh, I'm down with an
killing.
All right, anyway.
Welcome
No.
to Twitch Band Speedrun.
Oh
I'm
my
your host.
god.
Andrew.
All right. Last we left off, the Starlight Battalion investigating some trouble on Meridian after completing their quest and creating a loose alliance with the Dreamers, a group of Kuatoas who reside in the Dream District of the Meridian, off the plate. following Wade's intuition, decided to investigate a series of disappearances on one of the other plates on Meridian. Wade still being a little gun shy after the events on
He's always a little gun shy.
You would know.
on the Dendar, in which you walked away from a potential issue and it resulted in an outbreak of emerald scarring. You investigated this using stickers and found that there were a series of ruins across the trees. You ventured into this space trying to find your locate person on the missing person, Alice. You encountered a siren, you got tricked by a siren, you flat out murdered a siren and a pixie, and traveled further into the forest, quickly realizing that you were stepping out of the forests of Meridian into a strange swamp, bog-like area, which you encountered a series of very dangerous creatures and decided not to engage with any of them, which is probably for the best, until you finally made it into the heart of this area. Is that for me or someone else?
What?
Not me. I
What?
said, Andrew just put his hand up.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were going to ask a question.
I thought so too. In which you found some lovely ladies in a hut in the center of the swamp. Sensing that not to engage with them, but instead heard out what the apparent oldest one had to say, she asked you that she would be able to help you find Alice in exchange for helping her with the task. Very clear that this was not a deal that you were making, but rather an agreement that you two as parties have come to, in which you would either help them remove the sigils that are keeping them from leaving this forest or help them find the people that they're looking for. And I do not think you got any information as to why they're looking for them.
Well, they clearly want to get rid of the sigils.
We want to go to the sigils, but not about who
Loosen
they're
the
looking for.
boundaries and...
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they can expand.
You decided not to engage and to instead agree and leave. And something happened off camera, but as you were starting to leave, because I was freaking out your freaking blind sense, as you began to leave that area, your blind sense picked up that there were in fact two invisible figures that were standing in a triangle formation around of you. And so you got that little cold sweat down your spine that they were absolutely going to jump you if you guys tried to get aggressive. However, you made your way back out through the woods, and we return to you arriving safely on the outskirts of the forest. And just as a reminder, because it's kind of a footnote in our last session, Alu and Astra, thank you, went back to the Hive to help assist with the efforts of the cleansing of Dendar. So they are not with you at this time. So, Charlotte Battalion, as you step through the tree line and back out into the warm and normal sunlight of between the natural suns of the endless sky and the ever bright star, what do you wish to do?
Well,
I need to rest.
what time of day is it?
I'm fine.
At this point, you're between all the walking you've had to do, you're probably pushing like early evening, like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
I'd be okay with like going to get ready and maybe call it for the day, and then tomorrow we start the search for the people.
I suppose so.
I'm like super suspicious. Like,
Yeah, me too.
are we helping those people?
I don't know completely.
No.
To an extent of getting Alice and these other people or figuring out what's going on there, but not actually like I don't want to break the sigils really.
I want to investigate, but I don't want to. That's why we were apprehensive to make a deal, because we don't want to help them.
Yeah.
But I think we want more information as to what's going on. It's pretty evident
Yeah.
that they.
But
Ah,
that red-haired lady has Alice. That's where
Yeah.
my locate creature was saying.
we also, at that point, I don't think we could have taken them with what we had at our disposal, and then, especially with the information that you gave us afterwards. I don't think we could have taken them. I think it was wise to back off, maybe go get some more information, come back under the pretense of negotiating with them, and then if need be, we can kind of go from there.
I do want to talk to these other like witch people
See
beforehand.
why
Yeah.
they're even a target. in the
Because
first
even
place.
before we negotiate or spoke with the lovely ladies, it was pretty evident that they were almost good. The sigils were good, and they were holding things back from the people of Meridian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we just want more information by speaking with these people. I don't think we're going to destroy the sigils or anything. We can just kind of go from there.
I'm just worried if the red-haired lady and her two invisible sisters or whatever are like following us or like scrying on us or something like that.
Well, maybe, but that's kind of a chance we have to take. They know where the sigils are, but they can't get close to them. So they needed us to destroy the sigils. So even then, going and speaking with these people is not, I would say, giving too much away. It's pretty evident that they already have the knowledge.
Did they
We
tell
did
us
tell
where
them.
the sigils were?
We've seen them.
Yeah.
Stickers have seen them.
They're just like along the tree line. But we did tell them and make it clear that we were gonna do like our own investigating and go seek out these other people on our own behalf as well.
Yeah, we don't owe them anything.
For sure.
We're not going to help them.
Where do we even start looking for them?
Well, Sticker saw them before we entered the tree line going into.
In terms of the runes, right?
The sigils, yes, and I would say
Oh,
with
let's
how
talk about the witches.
But the witches that she's referring to, I don't think I saw. Stickers has not seen them particularly, but
Give me a second.
yeah.
Okay.
So I guess we can, I don't know, maybe prod
Well,
one of these glyphs.
I do
and
still
then
have
see if they
like
come to it.
locate creature. I think it works by name. Let me double check.
you might have to speak a little louder so she can hear you.
Communing with the stars to figure out how the spell works. Familiar to me. I don't know. I don't know if I can really find these girls. Maybe we can go back to the town and ask about them now that we have their names too.
Yeah, we do have their
before we
names.
rest.
If need be, I mean,
We can also prod at one of these glyphs. Not like destroy it or anything, but
Tamper with it a bit.
temper with it to see if they come to it.
Since we're here, can we at least go like look at the glyphs, get a closer look at them?
I don't see anything wrong with
Yeah.
that.
Couldn't hurt.
Okay.
I want to walk to where we saw the glyphs.
Sure, and I would say it's not difficult to find. With how much magic there is in your group, easy enough for you guys to find, like these sigils. They have a very strange magical energy, and as you approach, you see that for you, way to be familiar as you saw them previously through the eyes of Stickers. These strange red like carvings in the wood. It almost looks as like someone took like a pocket knife and scratched them into the bark, not very deeply.
Bark.
Bark.
And then that placement of lines created an arcane glow, this like faint red light that comes from underneath the bark of the tree.
Okay. Is everyone okay with me tempering with this a little bit?
I don't think we should mess with it really. I do just want to kind of investigate it a little.
I just want to poke it.
Are there any footprints around or anything? Like any tracks that have been in this area?
That's a survival, my guy.
Anything fresh? I cast
Can
guidance.
I help him?
Yeah, do you want to? So you two can either roll separately or one with advantage.
I can help Vagus out.
Okay, so Vagus, go ahead and roll survival with advantage.
And guidance.
Guidance 2? Wow. So
D4.
D4.
Bark. Bark.
Plus 1.
Bark.
It's still 18.
18.
Nice.
Vagus, as you look around, you're not super used to living in a forest landscape. Your life has been in the middle hole of a boat. But you know how to track, especially when times of searching for survivors or if you just need to find a quick meal sometimes. So there's not much difference in this case of trying to spot in these different landscapes. You see that there are a lot of footprints, and immediately you recognize, based on the report that Wade gave you the day before, of the search party that went in, like, really messed up the tracking. You see there's multiple sets of footprints. But with an 18, you see that the ground around is damp. From when you first arrived, there's that huge torrential downpour from the Aqua District onto this one. And you can see that there are fresher prints in the mud. And you can see that they lead from the nearby, like, it's not really a village, they're a little more spread out than that. But to this, from that general area to this tree, they seem to stand here for a moment and then they leave. And judging by the footprints, they're very small, even for a human. They're obviously human.
Okay.
But smaller in like compression and size.
I'll see if I can follow those a little bit. If you said they come from the town.
Yeah, and I'll say with the 18, I mean, you want the reroll again?
Okay.
It leads you just kind of into a nearby collection of homesteads, but not like up to a specific door. But you get like a general idea that they came from like this collection.
Okay.
What is it, boy? What do you smell? What do you got?
Over there.
Did they fall down a well?
What did I see?
They fell off the plate. We're not getting them back.
So looking at these glyphs, you said you were going to poke it?
I was gonna try and prod it a little bit if everyone's okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, how are you going to prod it?
Just minor cantrips, just to see if it reacts.
Just all of us standing on a tree and you're firebolt.
Firebolt! It just explodes and all of a sudden the whole thing just
I would
comes
say, as long as it's nothing like destructive, yeah.
Just
How far away are these homes from like the sigils we find?
I would say
I'm
like
gonna go ahead and take a
200 feet.
60-foot radius.
It's guys, relax. It's not gonna. We'll be right back. Just like
Wait, you're gonna take a 60-foot what?
60-foot back. She goes,
Oh, you're gonna walk away from this? Okay.
I'm going to join Ava.
Okay. As everyone just like bomb squads away from Wade.
it's okay. It's not that kind of glyph. I'm pretty sure.
Go ahead.
Do your thing.
Does anyone stay with Wade?
I'm preparing an Eldritch Blast.
Sure.
Just to knock me out of there. Okay.
I gave it, tapped him with one guidance before I walked away.
Guidance.
I don't have anything to give, so good luck.
Thank you.
Inspiration.
No,
I'm out.
he's out.
Oh,
He's tired. His voice hurts.
you can't sing anymore. I'm so sad.
All right, so I'm going to cast the cantrip Thaumaturgy, and I'm going to make it rumble, make the ground rumble a little bit. See if that does it like
Hold a note anymore.
react to anything like that?
Okay. As the ground like shivers, thaumaturgy doesn't create like massive,
No, it's
massive
very
earthquake.
small
It's just like a
tremors.
small tremor.
It's just
Yeah.
yeah.
The tree, like the branches up above in the tree shake a bit, and some of the leaves come down.
Mm-hmm.
You hear like it's like a squirrel is like now angrily barking at you.
A squirrel, a dog?
No.
What the fuck?
You ever heard a squirrel bark?
No.
Dude, they're so
They get
angry.
angry.
I have a squirrel that does it to me.
Yeah,
every
we have a
effing
racist
morning.
squirrel that's harassing
Just like
us every
only me.
day.
It comes up to me, just like hey. And I'm like, this is where I park every day. This is my spot.
Yeah, you see the racist squirrel.
Yeah, it's gosh damn it. All right, I ignore it for now. Can I do like just a small version of frostbite? Just like grip it with frost just a little bit,
Give it a little bit.
Make an Arcana check for me first.
because I'm not trying to like hurt it, but just a little love tap. You said Arcana check.
Yeah, I'm gonna be nice.
Oh,
I
You have guidance.
Thank you. That's what we do.
Hey, you
so,
don't have inspiration.
I'm not inspired.
No.
Okay, you said Arcana.
Mhm.
Sheesh. All right, it is going to be 18.
18.
Hey.
We're getting some good rolls here.
wizard.
So, wait, you are very well knowledged on abjuration magic. And looking at this, based on what you think they were trying to do here, this is some kind of seal or it's some sort of abjuration spell.
Okay.
Which, obviously, based on what you were told previously, and
Yeah.
even now with your specific background.
Right.
But as you look at this, as you prepare your frostbite, you realize you know what it's like to be self-taught.
Oh, so it's like a
This is not a spell that you pull from a spell book. This is something homemade and not well done. Even as you look at it, it's whoever did this, like, looked up how to be a witch on Google. It is not a good spell.
Found the tutorial. And
Yeah.
Okay.
But as you
Wikipedia page.
But as you take a look at it,
Wikipedia.
it's holding, but as you kind of take a minute to examine it, the scratches have been redone multiple times. You can see like where the knife has slipped as they've just gone over this spot over and over again. As you prepare your frostbite, attempt to shoot it, you're not sure what that frostbite is going to do to it. This is not a well-constructed sigil.
Okay. Then, especially recognizing that, then I won't mess with it. If I touch it, does it react? This is probably the last thing I'm going to do.
Which hand?
It would be with my right.
Okay. Roll a 5d20 for me, and we're just going to see what the universe decides.
60 feet back.
Yeah.
Guys, it's 5 just 5d20. Nothing to add.
Nope.
11.
An 11.
I don't know what that means.
Okay.
She did. One half it's good.
Yeah, 1.5 is
The other
fucking
half it's
lucky.
not good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And man, you straddle that line. As you touch it,
You straddle a lot of things.
Apollo. As you touch the sigil,
Fucking inbred.
you feel this
How do I put
pull come from your hand.
I feel what?
A pull.
Okay.
Similar to
at least I have
the
parents.
when you picked up the boon from Bovarak.
Okay.
And as you look at this new magic, you realize that the sigil is glowing, and for a moment that makes you interested.
Yeah.
Until you realize that red is seeping into your fingertips.
Okay.
And you just barely manage to pull your hand back before you destroy the sigil. But as you look, that light is now very drained.
God damn it, Wade.
You don't know what's happening over here. You're far away.
What's happening over there? We're far away.
The light got smaller.
It's fine.
The light got smaller.
No, the light's fine. It's just.
Why is the light smaller?
No, the time of day just makes it look a little different. Is there a way I
Wait,
can
the
put
sun
magic?
hasn't changed.
Can I do a
See,
cantrip?
where the sun's positioned and the way my bank account's set up,
Mystic
we
Veil.
can't
Can I like,
look at the
put
light.
a little bit energy back into it? Like, ooh, fuck. Can I just try and put some more magic back?
Just keep fucking with it, bud.
I'm gonna just try to put magic
Roll an
back.
Arcana check.
While he's messing with it, can I watch these houses? Is there anyone watching us while it's all going on?
Yeah, as you take a look.
25.
25.
Just put too much.
Tree explodes.
The tree is sealed.
Okay, wait. As you are pumping
60 feet
magic
back.
into this, yeah.
It's fine.
You have a realization. This sigil is fragile.
Okay.
The more you fuck with the fragility of
I know. I'm trying to put it back. It's fragile and dimming out, which you don't know, but I'm trying to make it not fizz out.
You know, you ever
putting
heard
back-
saying you just need to stop digging yourself deeper into
Yeah,
the hole?
no, I know. I'm trying to fill the hole right now. But
Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah.
You rolled a
usually-
25, right?
What? 25.
Okay.
What is this lover's spat?
The DC is 22.
Okay.
You put some magic back into it, and you see as some of the wood around the bark like cracks,
Hey, go.
almost as if something is like, basically almost like you put too much in and it caused the seams of the sigil to crack, and you see like the spider webbing of wood, but you stop. You don't break the thing, but as you're looking at this sigil is extremely weak now, and you, again, fragile.
Fix
Wait,
it.
why is
I
the
didn't
tree
message him and say,
breaking?
you should
No, it's fine. It's fine. I
stop
fixed it.
fucking with it, yeah?
Tree looks
fixed.
like it's breaking.
It's fixed.
It looks
It's
like
fixed.
it's like on the verge of
No,
First,
no. Trust me.
like, it can't
I'm
be
the
held
one
back
that
anymore.
knows this. It's abjuration magic. I'm an
You know
abjuration
about
wizard.
bursting?
I know this.
That's some
it's
hard
fine.
wood right there.
It's
You would know.
You just made a landmine. They're gonna come out of the top. We're gonna come out to remake it and just get detonated.
Oh my god! In other news tonight, an explosion on the.
Daisy Potter found dead after carving into a tree.
In Vegas, as you're looking around, no, there is no one watching you.
Well,
You
story
are
at
far enough
5.
away into the tree line that there is no one that is like observing your behavior. You're basically out in the woods with just some random houses nearby.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fixed. It's good.
Should we like follow? Okay, wait. I don't trust you, but sure. Should we follow these footsteps instead of messing with the sigil?
Well, so we know these footsteps go into the that area of houses.
Yeah.
But it is getting later. Do we want to do this now, or do we want to come back later? After
Well, I mean, how far away are we from the main town?
Like where you guys spent the night previously, or this village that we're referring to?
The main town, the one that we spent the night previously.
I forgot the time. It
You
was
said
like,
it was 3 hours to get to the witches. Or the
when you went down in there.
yeah.
To get back, since you guys have the hop-alongs, I think it took like an hour or two, because you guys had to go from one plate to the next.
Yeah. So do we want to do
But
that?
maybe we can be like, we can go to the homes and be like, hey, we're like adventurers. Can we stay the night?
Yeah, what's up, Holmes? Chris, these are your people.
I don't know.
What?
And then we can
There's
also
people in
like
the
figure
village?
out, maybe they know the girls, like Annie Weaver, Jenny, Stacy,
that's fine.
Daisy.
My guess is that those people are in these homes.
Yeah. I mean, we can head over there.
Yeah. Do we want to take it start this now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not? They're surely not going to try and kill us in our sleep.
No, they're just like, they're fine.
They're just a bunch of like nature freaks. Like, ooh, respect the trees. No offense, Ava.
Okay,
Cost
I
yourself
like
on
being
that
called
one,
a
did you?
freak. Especially a
my
nature freak.
Collar pops up.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't know. Whatever you guys feel.
Why not? What's the worst that could happen?
Let's follow the footsteps.
Surely wouldn't.
Wade is also very slowly backing away from the tree.
Why are you walking
As a-
so slowly?
It's
into
fine.
the tree?
It's fine. It's just
Why do you
when
look like you're being careful?
putting magic into the tree just took a little bit
Why
out
are you
of me.
putting more into the wood?
I'm just
The wood can contain itself.
no.
anymore. It's about to burst.
It's not very
I'm
well
laying
made.
into the wood, Wade.
It's just not very. It's not very well made. So I just touched it up a little bit, and I'm just very sore now. I'm just gonna slowly just.
You touched up
move
the
away.
wood.
He's sore.
It's hard to walk after, I know. Big embarrassment.
After playing with hardwood, I just
You sore from all that wood pumping that you did?
Yes, I did. I was very sore from the wood pumping.
I thought you
I'm
were
gonna
a
walk
master
away.
woodworker, though. You said that.
No, he's a
Dude,
master
you know.
debater, Ava.
No, that's Apollo with his never fail persuasion checks.
Yeah.
Isn't it a little bit also weird that like the sigil is so weak that like even Wade could mess with it, and then like these weird fairy witches in
Well,
the
when you
woods
think about it,
can't?
So when you think about it, the sigils are keeping the fey creatures and everything in, so it's kind of like a door. So it makes sense that Wade would actually be really good at dealing with it.
I'm
Yeah,
insulted.
I mean, if you think
He's
about it,
so good at doors.
He's really good
these
at
are what
doors.
doors are made from. This is the door in its most primal state. Wade just
This is a
becoming one
master
with the
door.
door. Yeah.
Oh my god.
High
Wade, you're amazing.
Listen, call it what you want. Just keep your
Challenger
60 feet away and just walk around it. I'm going to proceed to follow the tracks.
Poor Wade.
Poor Wade.
So then
poor
that
this
means
tree,
that
man.
it's
This tree
these
is
fae
vibing, bro.
can't reach these houses.
Oh, we can reach these houses. We'll be fine.
The Fae can't.
Oh, yes, the fake.
Yeah, the fae.
So do we,
Alright,
but then-
what do we want to do? Do we want to just go door to door?
Miss Potter, Miss Carpenter. What are the names that they gave us?
I don't know.
Thank God I don't have to deal with that today.
You're welcome.
Maybe we
let's
could be
push the
honest
button.
and say we're trying to figure out the disappearing people, and like we're not even trying to find the four young girls. Just be like,
We could just
we want
we're looking for
information
these
on
sigils.
Alice. We want information on Alice.
And we're looking for the people that put up these sigils.
Yeah.
To get more information.
Absolutely. Good job, guys. We're coming
Wait.
up with lies as a team.
Wait, you said we should say that we're looking for the people who did the sigils?
I think so. I don't see any harm in that.
I think it
I
could go
feel
either
like
way.
that's.
They could
I
take it
feel
as
like-
we're looking. Go ahead, Ava.
I feel like they would get scared and like try to hide or something.
Yeah. I think we just go into the guys if we're looking for the missing people.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
we can
Alice
kinda
and
go
then
from
the
there.
other folk. Yeah.
Okay. So don't
And we
talk
just
about
need a
the
place to
sigils?
stay for the night.
Well,
We can
it's
ask
been
if there's been
wait
weird
almost
stuff
fucking
and maybe
blue now.
like see what they say about the sigils.
Yeah.
Like mention them, but
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, wait.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't mention.
Personally, I would mention the sigils just because
The sigils are fine, and the less people know about it, the better.
I think they're the ones that made the sigils.
Well, not everyone together made it. And who knows, maybe the
What if
Fae
it's-
might convince people to mess with
What
it.
it's a Bovarock town situation? Like the whole town
Like,
is in on
everyone's in
it,
on
and
it.
then we get fooled again.
Yeah, so don't mention the sigils. Right, Apollo?
Yeah, they're confusing as fuck. Should
Let's just go knock on a door.
Yeah.
Let's start with a knock.
Just a house.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's start with a knock. That looks like an inn.
Okay. As you quick look around, this doesn't appear to be an inn. This is not a town or a city. This is just a collection of homesteads that are somewhat near each other. And so this isn't like a place that would have an inn. As you approach, Brandon, are you just going like the closest?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. How many
Catch a
houses are
tiger
there?
by his toe.
It's difficult to say. You see three, but you can see there's more that stretch out.
3 in front of me.
The three in front of you.
1, 2, 3. 1. The first one.
Okay, you just go to the ones closest to you. As you approach, you couldn't see much of it. There was like not like a fence, but almost looks like it looks like a loose plywood wall. And as you approach, you realize it's the siding of a shop that's open on both sides. And as you get closer, you start to get that smell of burning wood and iron. You realize this is a blacksmith's establishment.
Ooh.
a smithy, you say? Interesting.
What?
You have a cool hat.
I want to sell the hat.
I'm not saying you. I'm just saying you still have a hat.
As you get and as you approach, you see that there is a large human man, bald head with like some tattoos like down the side of the neck, well muscular, older, and you can see that he has a variety of like spears and pitchforks, not well made but well enough. And even as you
Can we run out the townspeople?
and as you like take a look around, you realize that a lot of what is on his wall, what appears to be his main work, looks more to be. They look like horseshoes, but some of them are different sizes. And you think back to some of the strange animals you've seen in this area. He's not a weaponsmith. He is just a blacksmith that is making some really crappy weapons.
Dude,
But he has them laid out,
side hobby.
and you can see that this is probably in a way for people to run, grab them quickly, and then run to the woods. Which, Wade, as you kind of take a glance at these, most of these weapons are familiar to you.
Okay.
But you see, it appears that he's like closing his shop down for the evening, and he turns and looks across the rest of you with at first like a shocked mistrust, but then you see as you don't immediately attack him, he just relaxes. And,
Hello.
good evening. How can I help you?
Hi. Yeah, we're just kind of looking around. We're doing some investigating on all of the missing people, and we heard that people were disappearing into the woods and stuff. So we're kind of just looking around trying to gather some information.
You look like the fighting sorts. Did the shit? What I call them?
Greenhearts? No.
The green girl? Oh, like,
What are the? Who was the people we were talking to and helping?
And I forgot the leadership.
Lyra, Sylvis Lyra?
Sylvis, yeah, that's the name. But what is she
Yeah,
like?
did
What's the organization?
was it the
The head druid.
That's all I can think of.
The head
Green
druid. Yeah, they'll say
Ferns?
that. I'll say the keeper. I was gonna say shaman like that. It wasn't shaman. The keeper sent you.
Sylvis.
Yeah, we've been working with
Yeah.
Sylvis.
Yep.
Well, it's good that they actually sent someone who looks like can actually take care of themselves. You see, we have, I don't know how much they've told you, how much they really know what's happening here, but we're having a bit of a witch problem.
Is that have to do with all like the
Son of a
sigils on the
witch.
tree line?
I started off as strange trinkets and tokens being left out in the woods, and then suddenly became a lot more aggressive and people started disappearing. All of these demonic sigils appearing all over the woods. I've asked the druids for assistance, but they don't know what to make of it. And every time we take them down, they just reappear once again in the dead of night.
Do you have any idea who's putting them up at all?
Some sort of foul beast living out in the woods, I suppose. Or angered
Have you guys
spirit.
been attacked?
Not directly, but I try to keep us as prepared as we can. Mainly it's if anyone strays too far into this angered spirit's domain, they end up vanishing.
Is anyone by the name of Daisy in this little area?
Kind of. You see, he looks at you, and do you look like you right now?
Yeah.
Okay. He looks you up and down.
I'm a pixie.
See, that's a legitimate question. I have to ask you.
Yeah.
You see, he kind of looks at you and looks over at the rest of the party, and you looking for Daisy? Why?
Well, we've talked to a few people, and we've been told that she might be able to help us. We're hoping this might be her. Vanessa Blacksmith, so I thought you might know. Kind of just going door to door looking for people.
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah.
Guidance. Could I hit guidance in time?
So what's the components for guidance? Because I believe there's some, it's semantic and verbal, right?
It's semantic and verbal.
Okay, I can make it obvious you're casting a spell.
Nah, never mind. I won't risk it.
You can get the rake, boy.
I know. No, I'm not gonna do it.
10?
Nah, she wouldn't have helped anyways.
You see, he looks kind of uncomfortable by the question. And not that he's looking at you with suspicion, but you immediately can tell that he doesn't really want to give you this information.
Is that your daughter or something?
My daughter, no.
Oh,
So
She's,
she's somebody's daughter.
Everyone is.
That's an
Everyone
interesting
is.
clue.
Well, except for you.
well,
That's someone's daughter.
she's Greg and Bobby's daughter.
Greg and Bobby.
I'm not sure how much help.
God damn it,
What if-
Bobby.
What does Daisy have to do with any of this?
I don't know. We were just kind of
She-
given names.
Who told you that she would be able to be of help to you?
We
None
just
of your
asked people in
business
the
because
area.
we're sent by the keeper. You're asking a lot of questions.
What did you say?
None of your business because we were sent by the keeper and you're asking too many questions.
Roll intimidation, Ava. You 3-foot kobold.
You 3-foot kobold.
She's intimidated him. Ah,
A 12.
12?
Yeah.
Okay. You see he narrows his eyes at this little kobold trying to intimidate him with her big fuck off staff.
Fuck off, Steph.
I don't know what kind of adventurers you are.
the adventure
told
guide.
you.
God damn it.
We're the Starlight Battalion sent by the Keeper.
Can I do it for you?
And we do it for you.
Turns into dog.
But I'm not sure why you think it's appropriate to just go around asking about little girls, but I suspect you reach out for parents.
Well, we needed to figure out who her parents were.
We
You're
needed
the
to
first person
figure out
we've
who
encountered
her-
here, so it's kind of natural that you were the first person we speak to.
I thought you were asking around for Daisy. Were you really? You see, he immediately gets defensive.
What? I don't understand. We were sent here to investigate. They don't have any information, so we come here to gather information.
And the keepers suspect Daisy?
No, you
Well,
dumb
that's-
ass. You're making assumptions out of nothing.
I'm actually
You're making
legitimately
me
confused. For someone who's gone missing, and we
And
don't have
maybe
any-
she saw something. Maybe she knows some information. It's not our business.
All right. He's-
These backwood folk are just really.
Where's
You
Greg
see-
and Bobby? You're no help.
He just folds his arms and glares at you and
I can
fine.
see.
You stay here.
Oh no.
Who
what's
stays
that?
here?
He said
Like me?
you, so
Just
I
me?
guess just you.
Just you has to stay here?
Or do we all go? His name is you, so it's kind of confusing.
My name's not you.
All
Can
of
I
you
move?
stay here. And he steps out of his shop, and you see he closes like there's like a short. Actually, wouldn't even be a gate on this. You see he just like sets his tools off to the side, gives you like one last look, and then begins to move up the road away from you guys and further into this settlement.
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand.
Okay,
It's invisible.
sure.
I'm just gonna knock a spear over. When he's far, far away, just in retaliation.
Yeah, you see the spears, and like it doesn't collapse the rest of them, but you see they like little dominoes.
Yep.
They were perfectly straight, and now they're not.
Yes.
I'm gonna reach over to Apollo and cast Enhance Ability.
I don't like these folk. I don't know if I can talk with
I can
them.
make a better spear out of bones.
I think you need to understand. Well, he just gave us very important information. Daisy's a little
I'm
girl.
doing it on myself.
Daisy's a little girl.
I'm gonna give myself advantage on charisma checks.
That
Think about it, really quick, you guys. Think about it. If Daisy's a little girl, what if they're all little girls and they
Yeah,
made a
yeah.
deal with some fae?
That's what I'm thinking now.
yeah. They like little girls.
Which
No,
is
I
you?
mean it's not that. It's just that they made a deal with the fae and now they don't know what they got into.
Sorry, it's hard for clones to keep up nowadays.
Isn't Alice a little girl too?
Who?
I think Alice was like a young woman, like a
Okay.
Yeah,
like
Alice
She's in
was-
her
older.
early 20s.
Yeah. We.
What were the other names of that we were given? It was Daisy.
I
You
don't.
spoke with them.
It's like the more names we mention, though, the more suspicious we seem.
And
But
Daisy Potter, something carpenter. They were all like craftsmen. for
I
last
wrote it
name.
down, but it's in my
Annie.
tablet, which is dead.
Annie, Jenny, Stacy, Daisy.
And Jenny, Stacy, Daisy. They all end in Y's. Connection?
Annie,
A ends in
Annie,
Y.
Annie and Jenny
They
are
were sent
sisters.
here by
So it was Daisy, Annie, Jenny, Stacy.
Carmen,
Yeah.
San Diego.
There was
Was there any
Stacy,
others?
Madonna. With
No, those were the
four
four
names?
girls that made the deal with the Fae.
Okay.
Okay, here I'll show you.
Na 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 na.
But there's definitely more people missing. I'm just wondering if it's like in payback. Like, fuck, man. What did these girls get into?
After
Oh, that auto-corrected to.
So after a few minutes, you
It's
spend
not
some
David.
time discussing this revelation. You see that this blacksmith returns with another man of similar build to himself. But you can see he's wearing looks to be a dirtied cloth apron. Gray hair that's like pulled back into a loose ponytail where it's like, but you can see it's like starting to bald on the top. And as they approach, you can see that both of them have a very tense step to their walk.
Which one do you think is Greg? Which one do you think Bobby?
No,
So
one of them
one
is
is
the
is the blacksmith.
one of them is the blacksmith.
I think
Do you
one
think
of
it's
them might be
Greg
the
or Bobby?
blacksmith.
And you see as the blacksmith approaches, you see that the other man kind of takes a short breath and quickly like studies over you and
Studies over you?
I hate you.
Over us.
Why?
You see that the new man kind of steps forward to address you and kind of dust his hands off on his apron. Frederick told me that you all were asking about my Daisy.
Frederick is the
something wrong.
blacksmith.
Hi, no, not
Are you
really.
Greg or Bobby?
Oh, I'm Greg.
Nice to meet you, Greg.
I was gonna guess
We're the
Bobby.
Starlight Battalion. We're working with the Keeper. We're just investigating the missing people, and we're just trying to gather information.
And you see as Frederick, the blacksmith, kind of, not very quietly, but they're asking creepy questions about your daughter.
You say creep? Did you
Yeah.
throw
Not
in the
creepy
creepy?
questions, you dumb fuck.
Frederick,
Fred?
Frederick, I need you to go back and tend to your
Your spears.
Cheers.
Your hot rods. Go tend to your hot rods.
Your hot rods and your hot rods.
As you see as Frederick begins to you see get angered by your comments, but you see Greg just perhaps the name calling in one's own home is not appropriate.
No, I don't
Please.
think so either. Please calm a little bit of Hollow.
I understand that you are adventurers that are sent by the keepers.
I'm like 2 seconds from saying, fuck your little kid out of
Oh my god.
The witches can keep her.
Yeah.
We've heard a lot of stories.
Yeah,
of
we were
witches and
told
things.
that we were told a bunch of names of people who might have seen something of the disappearances, so we need to talk to your daughter.
Daisy,
Daisy was one of the names that we were given.
I see if he looks at they Greg and Frederick kind of exchange a look, and we see Greg furrows his brow and notices and he lowers his voice. And if you could please keep your voices down. Is my Daisy in danger?
We don't know. That's why we're here.
You keep stopping us from trying to get information. Yeah, she's in danger. So
Mr.
are all of
Frederick
you.
over here is just, concerned, and we get that. But at the end of the day, we need to be able to ask questions freely and have those questions answered freely in order to help.
We know that a lot
Mr.
of these
Railroad,
disappearances have been involved with young women, and we were given a list of a few names, and Daisy was one of them. So that was where we were starting.
I'm sorry, I'm just confused. Who gave you these names? Daisy has not been out of our home ever since the disappearances first started. She's a good girl. She's been very safe.
Since they first started, but would she go in the woods before the disappearances started?
Well, all the children did.
How many children live here?
Well, there are several families that live here of all ages.
Is anyone one of them also named Annie?
Oh, well, yes, Annie is Daisy's friend.
Okay.
They're
What's
a group of girls. always up
Stacy
to
and Jenny.
Something or other. She's
Stacy?
so
how
odd.
how old are they all? Like, are they 10-year-olds? Are they 13-year-olds?
Oh,
Are they 5-year-olds?
not that young, no. Daisy, my daughter's 14.
Okay.
See, he was making it seem like.
She's of age.
How about
What I was
Gross,
gonna say.
how about Annie?
Well, Annie is 17.
Stacy?
Closer to Annie and Janine's age, they're both 16.
So 16-ish.
Are they? We've been. Well, all the families have been very careful to keep an eye on our children.
My
with
guess
disappearances.
is that they must have seen something prior to these disappearances starting, and we believe that something might be targeting these people. May we speak with one of them?
You see, as Frederick kind of looks.
You can be present there if you want.
You see, as Frederick kind of over here is listening and turns to Greg. You know that Annie has something to do with this. Let's not make assumptions. Of course.
Apollo will remember this.
I know, me too. I'm writing so many notes.
If you think it would help with your investigation, I would have to speak to my wife.
Absolutely.
But yes, be up to Daisy if she wishes to speak with you, and I'll talk with the other parents. This will have to be supervised, of course. And you see, he gives a hard look to the older men in your group.
I'm a lizard.
I hate these fucking people. Jesus fucking Christ. You come here trying to help people, and they fucking just.
No,
They're just
we're more than happy to do this
cautious.
on your terms. We don't want to overstep our boundaries.
and also assholes.
No, we do want to overstep.
Annoying.
If you travel this way at the very least, I'm sure that Bobby's starting with supper at this point. Please.
Thank you very much.
And he leads you away from this, and if you wish to follow him through the streets, you could see the mistrustful look of Frederick the blacksmith
Fuck that
as you
guy.
leave.
I will
Stick
burn
my
his
tongue
house
out at
Bye,
him while we
Freddy.
walk
I will-
away.
Burn that place to the ground before we're done here.
Why are you so angry?
I don't like him. He's annoying.
You see it as you guys are going to follow him.
Yeah.
Yep.
And as you follow him, Greg kind of turns, addresses you as you pass. You please excuse Frederick. You have to understand that we were all on edge, and he is a little eccentric when it comes to protecting us.
A little too eccentric, if you ask me.
I guess every village needs one of those guys.
Indeed, and you make fun of them until something happens, but when Morales disappeared, he was the one that had weapons for everybody, so
Hmm.
don't mock the pepper, I guess.
Convenient.
Sure, for sure. Oh, we're not creepy people. We just want to help. It's
We're
annoying
not
to be
creepy people.
assumed that
just
we
want to talk with
are.
your little kids.
I know.
When you say it out loud,
It sounds bad.
it sounds
Wait,
bad.
Yeah, it does. It's why they're sus on you. You see, it is a bit of a walk. As you can see, a lot of these homes are very spaced out. But you see that he brings you to a very modest but well-built, almost like a ranch-style home. And as he kind of turns to you, please, and he gestures over to what you can see is a pretty dusty but a long table that is set more outside. And he says, if you wish to take a seat over there, apologies, I don't believe our indoor dining will accompany all of you. Let me get my wife.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
He steps in and he sees he disappears into the house.
I kind of want to, once we see the kids, like we've been talking to them, I kind of want to turn into that pixie and see if we get a reaction other than just like, oh, she turned into something. Like I'm gonna let them know, like, hey, I'm gonna make myself look like something. Does this look familiar to you? And see if we get a reaction.
Oh, okay.
Because I feel like they had deals with the Fae. They did something.
Maybe
So
deal with this.
they might recognize my people.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay, so you're focusing on an enhanceability for
For
Apollo?
myself.
No, you said you gave us three.
No, I
Oh.
He retracted and
Yeah.
said before.
I said you have enough. So
Oh, I see.
You never
I will
fail
go ahead
checks.
I mean,
It's not
I'll go
about
ahead
the failing or the succeeding. It's about the support that comes along with it. And I don't get any from you.
and I'll go ahead and pat Apollo's arm and just be like, "It's okay, buddy. You got this." And I'll cast enhanceability on him. Eagle Splendor, charisma checks.
And this is why you're my favorite, Ava.
Yeah.
you're my favorite Pegasus.
We do.
I love all of you so much.
I would say rather quickly, as soon as you guys sit down and cast these spells, you see a shorter but larger woman steps out.
Shoulder butt.
What?
Steps out of the homestead, carrying what looks to be a large loaf of bread that has been cut in half, and there's like a steam that's coming out of it. And for those of you that are taller than her, which is probably most of you, you can see that it's filled with, it's not soup, but almost like a very thick stew that is somewhat solidified, like a strange warm gelatin across the inside of this bread bowl. She carries out on the platter. Oh, hello. My husband tells me that you come here looking for Daisy. Hello, I'm Bobby, and she comes forward and she like sets it down, and you see reaches into her her apron and just pulls out this massive like butcher's knife and just starts like slashing down into this loaf of bread. And you can see as it cuts, the stew doesn't spill out. It actually stays like solidified inside the bread. Please, apologies, I wasn't expecting such a large crowd, but a good home always has a meal ready. I'm told that
Thank
you wish
you.
to speak with Daisy.
If that's all right, yeah. We just think we've heard been given some names of people that might be able to give us some insight on what's going on.
Alright, I'll admit, I'm quite concerned why my daughter is on your list of names. Such as the keepers.
Well, that's what we're hoping to find out.
Yeah, we don't actually know either, ma'am. I'm sorry.
You see as she kind of takes a seat down next to you. Is my daughter in trouble?
No,
Is she in danger?
I'll
We
be
don't
honest with you,
know.
we don't know yet. We're hoping not, but that's what we're here for. We're gonna do everything we can to help.
I know. I don't like speaking badly of other people, but those Weaver girls, I'm sure if my Daisy is in trouble, I'm sure those two have something to do with it. They're always up to something no good.
Oh, Annie.
Yeah.
You mean Annie?
The
and
two
Jenny?
sisters. It's Annie and Jenny.
Yeah.
Strange girls.
Has Daisy been acting differently to you and your family?
Is Daisy? No, not at all. Well, I suppose a little bit more withdrawn, but everyone is more on edge right now with the disappearances and girl of 14. Well, you'd be looked around the same age as she is, I'm sure. You see, she looks over at Wade. I'm sure you understand what it's like to raise a teenager.
I'm sorry?
Right?
Yeah, right? Wait.
Of course. I know all about it. I'm just force a grid.
You seem like a good family unit too. I mean, two very powerful parents. I see she gestures to Wade and Bacchus. You see, and she looks over at Ava. So, how old are you, dear?
50-something. I forgot somewhere a couple decades ago.
70!
She likes to play pretend.
Oh, it's such a sweet age when they do that. And she puts a hand on Bacchus' arm. You must be so proud of your daughter.
I'm this many.
My daughter? You didn't tell me you were a girl.
And you see after a moment, you see like Greg appears in the doorway, and you see Bobby looks over at him, and you can see that he has like that silent parent communication, and you see that her smile immediately drops. She just, oh, excuse me a moment, and she gets up, and you see there's a hush whisper between the two of them. They go into the house.
I'm going
I don't
to.
know what they're saying.
Yeah, go make a perception check.
I just started
I would-
violently eating the bread. Just.
I'm gonna. No, actually, I can't.
It
Just
is-
kidding. You got
it
this,
is
Apollo.
It's different than what. Oh, actually, I don't know what you were expecting here. It's not bad. It's not great. It's not meat sticks. But it's a very thick, pretty plain, just hearty meal.
She makes a fine stew.
I'm going to.
17.
I can have stickers going and listen.
No. They're
Um,
already mistrusting us.
Well, no, they won't see stickers.
I'm gonna take a look around. Is there anybody else out at this point, kind of walking or staring us down? I'm sure this is kind of
Yeah.
an odd sight.
yeah, and I was there. You do see there's like some couples, and as you're getting more into the evening, you see people are returning from their work or just doing their final preparations for the day, and you are definitely getting quite a few glances as you are a very odd troop that is now just sitting outside the Potter's home. Actually, this like little table they have is like outside their front door, like along like their would be their front porch. They had one. But Apollo, as you take a minute and listen, as soon as these two parents step into through the doorway, you start hearing raised, not shouting, but they're trying to keep their voices down from you, but you can hear that their voices are very fast and rapid towards each other. Something is wrong, and something has them very concerned.
Before they went inside as they were going, I was gonna cast at third level gaseous form, and I was gonna send stickers inside.
You're gonna,
He can't manipulate objects, and he can seep into if there's a crack or any small gap or anything, he can fit through it.
the door's open, so yeah, easy enough. You poof your bird.
Yeah,
Sure.
Once I hear them,
but he can, and I was gonna
the loud
listen
voice
in
start
and-
to get
exactly
raised,
what they say.
I'm gonna go like to the doorway and just give a knock on the door.
Okay, the door's open.
I know.
I'll say as
With the intent to hear exactly what they
sure,
say.
and I'll say as stickers goes inside since you guys are all now getting on with conversation, especially with stickers. You clearly hear as you follow in this vaporous form behind them. You see as Bobby goes up to Greg, and Greg goes, You told me she was in her room. She's in her room.
She's not there.
And he says, she's not there. What? And you see they both rush, and immediately, like, Bobby throws open the door. You see Greg looks around. Where is our daughter? She was here. She was just an hour ago. She was just reading. He goes, you were supposed to keep an eye on her. And you see Bobby just does a slow turn, just, I have been watching her.
Is that a bathroom?
She was here. And she knocked on the door, and you watch Sticker see they both kind of stop and turn. And you see as Bobby goes, we don't need a break. She probably just stepped away. They are here because they think that she might be in trouble. They're adventurers. Let's let them do their jobs.
I'm mouthing this whole conversation to everyone at the table.
You see as Greg is, you see as Bob's, she's our daughter. And they both kind of turn. You see Greg's. He turns, they look, and they see you standing in the doorway. It's not a long hallway down to where these rooms are.
You've been mouthing this whole thing to us?
I've been saying this whole thing at the table.
Can I go to the back of the house and see if I can see some footprints at this point?
Yeah, go ahead and make a survival check.
Is everything okay?
You see as they step up to Apollo, who's currently in their doorway.
18.
18. So as they approach the door, Vagus gets up and goes around the back of the house. What you see is as Greg doesn't appear to know what to say, you see as Bobby just kind of like gently pushes past him. She's not in her room. And you see she's like trying to keep her composure, but there's like a shake in her voice. She's not in her room. We'll have to find her. You're adventurous. You can find her. Well, you see she turns and what? Okay, Frederick. We'll do a search party. And you see he puts Greg puts his hands on her shoulders. Bobby, deep breath. We'll find her. What if she's in trouble? What if she's in danger? And she starts to hyperventilate.
I walk up. Bobby? Hi, you.
Wait, who's at the table with me? Because I would still just sit there. So I'm still mouthing off to Ava. I was going to say, I'm still talking to Ava then.
Yeah, I'm still there.
Okay.
Everything will be okay.
Mark, find my doctor.
Where do the Weavers live?
They live a little further down the road. And as she goes into a description of like roughly where their house is, what it looks like, all that stuff. And Vagus, as you go around the house in 18, the curtains are all open. You see that there are glass like in these doors, not well made, but and as you look, your eyes are like down on the ground as you're scanning, and you see that there is clear, defined small footprints in the mud beneath a window, and you can see that there's a deep, heavy impact as if something dropped down from a height. And as you look up, you see that there is a windowsill just below your eye level, and you can clearly see there's a room on the inside that appears to be someone of younger age. So you can clearly see that she jumped out this window, landed in the mud, and you can watch these footprints disappear into the field.
It's just a face imprint on the mud.
She's still there. Oh God! I'm gonna kind of peek
I'm gonna
around
ask
to,
Bobby if she can give me a description of her daughters so that it would be enough information for me to use locate creature if I wanted to.
Sure. Young, little shorter than your boy here. Blonde hair, usually wears it back in a braid. She was like wearing little flowery dresses. It was torn for him. And I can clearly have a clear direction of.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of look back over and.
I think the rest of my part.
Are you still in stickers right now, or?
Yeah.
Just kind of walk up to Cade and.
Fuck, because what I was going to do during that conversation as I go in and she's like hyperventilating and stuff, what I wanted Stickers to do, and especially when Ava left the table, I'm like, well, I'm by myself. I'm going to have Stickers seep up into Daisy's room to just try and investigate.
Does he drop out of the birth?
You being able to interact with objects and like physically move things, he would have to. So once he seeps in, then he'll drop gaseous form and hop around.
Interesting. Give me an investigation check. I am going to give you disadvantage because this is a raven that has difficulty moving like through these kind of spaces.
Well, I am going through. It's. Oh, I get what you're saying. Like in terms of like moving stuff.
In order to find the things you are to find in this room,
Gotcha.
it's difficult for a Raven to.
Sure.
manipulate
Yeah.
the environment.
Gotcha.
She's got 2 buff arms.
I know he punched through a
Swole.
damn box.
Are we able to hear this conversation? Like
Well,
when I walk back around to Wade, am I able to hear them talking about
Yeah.
her at this point? I'll kind of lean into the doorway, and there's tracks behind the house that lead into the field. Not sure how long she's been gone, but they're there.
Okay.
She snuck out. And you see as Greg kind of looks, that is not like her at all. And you see now, like, as Bobby
Maybe you don't
kind
know
of
her
defensive,
that well.
And you see, as you say that, Bobby's eyes kind of go wide. She kind of like looks at you and just, she's not like that. She's a good girl. She would never.
This leads me to believe she's might be more involved than we thought. We'll go find her. Stay here. We'll bring her back.
Okay, and as you is saying these words, Wade, as he drops into the bird form and looks around, it doesn't take you very long with the 22.
Well.
As soon as Stickers drops into the bird form, he ends up landing on the floor. As there's not a whole lot of space for him to perch like on silver.
If there was like a bed or something.
Well, is he perched on the floor?
Okay.
And he immediately looks up, and the first thing that you see, since you are super low to the ground,
Yep.
you can see under the bed, and you immediately notice that there is like what looks to be a sheet of cloth that's folded over,
Oh.
and there are like sticks sticking out of the bottom. And as he grabs it and kind of pulls it a bit, the whole thing kind of unravels. It wasn't very well hidden. In fact, you see, it looks like it was just like shoved under the bed.
Yeah.
And as you take a quick look at this through the bird eye from under the bed, even though it's low light, you see that there is a series of sticks and twigs that are tied together in strange shapes, very Blair Witch style, that have just been shoved under this bed.
Burn her. Burn. Okay. Yeah. He would try to like open it and have it flip.
Okay.
And then as soon as I feel the smack, I'm just like,
Yeah.
I would tell him what Stickers is doing.
Are you almost done?
Not yet. Guys. Yeah, I would have Stickers try to like quickly unfold it and try to like lift through it.
Yeah, I'll say with the 22 you get old assess. You also, the other thing that you find of interest as you go back in and look, there appears to be a large, it almost looks like a banana leaf that you see growing on some of like
The trees out
on
in
some
the
like
forest.
some of the bushes, not from this plate, but like
Okay.
nearby waterways. So the leaf itself is not super strange; it's not
Okay.
exotic or anything. But as you look, there is like writing across it.
Oh.
What language do you speak? Or actually, does anyone here speak Sylvan?
No, I think we.
Okay. As
Yeah.
you look down this leaf, I was like, you recognize that it is Sylvan. You cannot understand what it says.
Okay. Can I? Does it look like something Stickers can take and then fly out the window?
No, it is too big. It's like a Stickers and
Fuck.
half in length.
Okay. I guess
How big is Stickers? A Raven's not this big.
Ravens could be fucking big. Have you seen him just like owning the
Yeah,
parking
see,
lot? Like,
Ravens are big.
yeah.
Yeah, actually, it'd be awkward. But Stickers can probably grab it and pull it out. You're not gonna be able to roll it up or anything. It's gonna be just open and flapping.
Well, I mean, he punched a box, so. I'll
It is canon. He's a swole bird.
I'll tell Vagus on what Stickers is bringing. I'm gonna have Stickers try and bring it.
I mean, I can loop back. I'll loop back to the window and kind of peek in.
Yeah, I'll say for brevity, as Vagus, as you see the footsteps, you see as Stickers pops open on the other side.
Boy.
And you can see that the window is still somewhat open from where Daisy jumped out. So you just like kind of open the window and you see Stickers there with his like banana leaf.
Just grab him.
Boy. Boy.
So you now
Don't eat
have
that.
I'm not going to.
Okay. And once that's done, I'll
No,
drop.
that's stickers. That's stickers.
That's how the campaign's going to end. I'm just going to eat stickers.
All right, I'll drop connection with Stickers.
okay. I'll say you say enough, Vagus. You return. You have this. What the hell?
Here's your bird.
That was Stickers.
Thank you. I'll use an action to.
I let go of him.
Oh, okay. I was gonna. For your safety, Stickers, get you away from him.
I'm going to lean around to everyone else who's inside. I'm going to start following the tracks, see what I can find. See if they lead to another house.
He
Wait,
sees
we should
that.
get going together.
Can you pass that to?
We're all in this together.
Right?
No,
That's what, yeah, I think we're all gonna go together.
Yeah.
Or should we
that's
go
what I was
talk to the
leaning
Fletchers right now?
The Weavers.
Oh, sorry.
Well, let's see where these tracks lead. 'Cause do they lead to like out towards the woods, or do they lead to another house?
They
They
lead-
lead
Okay,
into
that's a good
field
idea.
That is not in the direction of the woods. It's like not exactly opposite, but pretty opposite.
Okay.
Yeah, so not towards the woods.
Let's
Are
follow
there
the
any
tracks.
houses that way, or
Yes.
okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like more into the settlement.
My guess is that she's going to meet with the other girls.
That's probably.
All right, let's follow the tracks.
I wonder if
Okay,
they.
let's go.
I wonder if they
I could
felt.
really use a great night of sleep right now.
Well, that'll be great when you go to bed.
It will be greatly earned once we find her.
I think
I'd
once we find
I
them,
wonder if
and
they're
explain.
gathering after you tampered with the seal.
Say what?
I wonder if they're gathering because they felt you tampering with the seal.
Also, these are a bunch of
Maybe
like,
that would be
kids.
interesting. Yeah.
Where do they learn to do this? They're keeping in a lot of fey creatures.
That's true. Maybe there's someone that's teaching them.
True.
Maybe they like learned magic power and it's like innate.
I mean, I'm self-taught as well.
Me too.
But not
Me
perfect.
The best way
too.
But
is to find them and ask.
yes.
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Lead everyone to the tracks.
Okay.
Oh wait, can I tell?
Alright, guys, we got
Can
survival
you
check.
tell? Can you tell Bobby and Greg to not like call the alarms and stuff, so that we can? I don't know how to explain it. So that we can find them, so that like the whole village isn't up in arms.
Yeah.
Okay, I need someone to make a persuasion check.
Yeah.
Which
Eh,
What is in
With advantage.
What is?
they actually do have the equal
To see.
should we do it fast or
Do
just
what
sprint it?
fast?
31.
31.
Follow the tracks.
Alright. Apollo, you can clearly see that these parents are panicking, and as you are, like, you as a party are gathering up, you hear Greg say, I'm going to go get Frederick. And your hatred for Frederick kicks in immediately.
Anger.
Yeah, and I would say, unless you want to roleplay it, you managed to kind of convince him to at least not act right now. To wait
Annie,
for
are
you
you
guys to come
okay?
back.
You okay?
And are you okay?
So-
are
Are
you
you
okay?
okay?
Are you okay?
So that was a good call, because now the village is not being raised as you guys are going to have this conversation, so
Okay.
good call on that.
We follow the tracks.
Follow the tracks.
For the foodie taste.
I am going to need a survival check, so if two people want to make it, or if somebody wants to roll with advantage.
I can help out.
All right, navigator.
I guess Neva should.
Okay.
Cool. Separate ones.
Yeah, let's do severance.
Cool.
Annie, are you okay? Are you okay?
16.
It is not that great. 14.
Alright, but 16 and 14 together are pretty good. This isn't a cut and dry path. It is for a little bit as it goes through the fields. However, you can see that she went through the field for a bit, came onto the road, and then went back off into the field. So it does take you some time, and all the while you're wondering how long are these two parents going to wait. However, as you think and you look around, and there is some guesswork that goes into it, you take a moment where you guys are standing in a field, probably about like 200 feet away from like the rest of the village. And Vagus, as you actually with your height, you think and you watch, and you kind of like scan, where would this girl be going? And your eyes kind of fall onto what looks to be a small barn that is set into a far off field just outside of a homestead. And as you look at that barn, you think that looks promising. If I was going to be a young teenager, that was a good place to be.
Secret
Neva
hiding
love
spot.
barns.
Barn.
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 You think it's the barn?
What's that? There's a girl in a barn?
Yes.
Okay.
At least one.
Should we sneak up?
I do think we should be quiet about our approach.
Yep.
Best time to
Let's stealth up.
scare them off.
Alright, any stealth checks?
Okay.
I'm not good at
I'll
I mean,
on Vegas.
Well,
oh, yep, I'm not good at.
What?
Oh wait, what is? I rolled sleight of hand.
Keep
Heck
a
yeah.
rotating blind sense of anything around.
Just to be safe.
16.
22.
22.
Wade's just gonna run charging in like a soldier.
You roll that one.
Yeah, I rolled a nat one.
All right.
I got it again.
All right.
Nat one for me.
Okay.
Oh.
Oof.
So overall, we got
Overall.
rolls 19.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yay.
As you decided to take the stealthy approach, so you have the Starlight Battalion, a giant ass lizard, a tiefling, a human looking dude, a kobold who cannot be seen through the grass except the top of her staff, and then you as a ball on Vagus's shoulder, stealthing through this field
Vagus is on all
as the
fours.
sun
Oh, yeah.
goes down. Yeah. Like,
Oh,
That is
if anyone
terrifying.
wanted to see you, the alarms would be raised in this small village.
what is that? The Adventurers?
Here comes the Crimson Chin.
But as you make your way through, you approach these barn doors, and this is not a well-built barn. It is older, and you can see where it has this slight, like, lisp to it. But as you approach the doors and listen, you hear hushed conversations inside.
I think like
It's a bunch of little girls.
I want to listen in.
What are we going to do? Like, our parents are getting suspicious.
Is there a candle on in there?
Huh?
Is there a candle or anything in there for light?
ooh.
Currently the doors are closed, but I would say in your ball form you can, as you like, well, you have to go drop in your human form to see, right? You can't. Can you see in your ball form?
Only with blind sense.
Okay, with your blind sense you wouldn't be able to tell, but I would say if you want to drop in your human form.
Mm-hmm.
And look, there is like a slight light coming from in between the boards.
I want to let him talk for a second, and then because I want to listen for briefly, and then I'm gonna use Thaumaturgy to cut the light.
You're an ass. So you, beautiful. So as you listen, what are we going to do? Our parents are getting suspicious. And you hear an older voice, who you would imagine is Annie, based on the tone. Everyone, just remain calm. There is no reason for us to panic. We have everything under control. There is this screech from inside, and you just hear, "Shut up!" And it's silent inside,
Relight.
and there is no reaction.
Open the door.
I'm just gonna slowly push my face in.
Oh my god. Clever girl.
Hello?
What's your armor?
Charging on all fours.
Oh, 14.
About our Lord and Savior Cthulhu.
14. So, as Vagus, as you start to open the doors, you take 2 points of force damage. As you open the door, and you just see a beam of light. One slams into the door next to you,
You
and
miss.
the other one hits you right in the chest. As you see, standing in the center of this room, over the now burning, the relit candle, you see a tall, awkward-faced teenager, a girl with like black hair with like 2 braids along the side that has like feathers and twigs kind of like braided into it. It looks like a super cringy pagan teenager.
Mm-hmm.
And as you see, she's holding her hand out as the remains of this energy. And you see as she stands there like with this attack pose, her hand immediately begins to shake. And just
Hello. I suggest you put your hand down because you got yourself into a lot of trouble, and we're here to help.
That was rude.
Very rude.
who are you?
Wait, you met with the hags, huh?
And as you say this, you see, like, as you do a quick scan around the room,
Mhm.
there is another girl who's like kind of off in the back corner. You can see ducks behind, and you can tell Vagus that this is the one that also shot at you. But you see,
You miss.
but you see that there are 2 others that are kind of crouched behind like various boxes, and one of them you immediately recognize based on the description is Daisy Potter. As you see, as Annie kind of just glares at all of you, and just, they send you?
Nope. Well, they wanted to, but we're here to actually to help you, and because they're. But Also, Daisy, Greg, and Bobby are worried about you.
The town has not been alerted yet. but I would
Yet.
So you're welcome.
You see as Annie looks, you led them to us? And she goes, no. And you see as Daisy, no, I was careful. They didn't even know. I.
Walk a little lighter.
And you see one of the other girls,
She should have had a red book.
the other one that was cowering, who you don't know yet. Annie, just stop being such a bitch, okay? We are obviously
That's rude.
way over our heads here. They sent freaking adventurers after us.
I will say, we sent ourselves. We weren't sent, so you're lucky. We're stopping them from sending people.
You see as like all the girls are kind of looking to Annie, who is trying her best to be like, you can tell like this is the leader of this little group of friends. And she just, we have this under control. We don't need help.
No, you don't.
I see the same girl.
If we're
Bitch, no, we don't.
if we're here, that means you do not have it under control.
Wow, I'm so happy we found them. The drama, the tea.
I wish we had Astro with us.
And you see is the one who's now like butting heads with Annie, kind of straightens up. He goes, so I guess that you followed Daisy. She goes, what?
We followed some tracks. We're the Starlight Battalion. We can help you. You just have to trust us.
You see as Annie just, come in before parents see you.
All right.
You're in a lot more trouble than your parents.
God, this is not helping the adult men looking for little girls thing.
We got invited to the
We were
clubhouse.
invited in.
Yes. That makes it 10 times.
Your Honor, she asked us to come in the bar.
Said in a
Okay.
court of law.
Oh boy.
Close the door behind us.
Yeah.
All right. So, we need to know what happened. How are you involved in all this?
You see as
One of you tried to make a deal with Faye.
and I found some texts about things that are out there, and so we, as the powerful Green Witch Coven, have been searching for a patron.
So it was you, Head Twig, that started all this. Okay.
Apollo in character just fucking laughs.
And you see the one that was casting all the shade kind of snickers. You see his name is Stacy. Shut up.
Stacy's mom is gone.
And where's this text that you speak of?
I don't have it.
Was it the banana leaf thing?
Maybe.
You see his Annie is banana leaf. And she just looks over at Daisy, who kind of just like pulls her knees up. Just,
I guess you want to show him?
I told you to hide your grimoire. And she
Apollo cannot stop laughing.
This is
Everything little girls are saying, Apollo is just like.
This is getting cringy anime, wearing an eye patch on purpose. My arm's sealed.
Crying.
I will pull the grimoire out. What's it say?
Oh, that would freak the kids out.
I don't have anything.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right. That's right. We used it. Oh.
You wanted to do. You
Oh
wanted
yeah.
To
I mean, well now I kind of
Yeah.
know. But does this look familiar? And I turn into a pixie.
does this look familiar? And you turn to a
Yeah.
pixie. Daisy and the other girl like give a little scream and kind of jump back, and you see as Annie looks defensive, and you can see that light building up, which you actually recognize as she starts to cast it.
Thought so.
As she begins to cast Eldritch Blast, and you can see as this energy kind of forms up, but then she kind of stops herself and narrows her eyes.
4 lights start to go around me. I suggest you don't. Sorry.
I suggest you don't.
He's so tiny.
Does this look familiar? Does this look familiar?
you see is she just. And you see as Stacy kind of folds her arms and. Look, Annie, they are obviously better spellcasters than us. They can actually freaking help us right now.
That's what I'm saying. Fuck.
Call me a good spellcaster.
You're a good.
Vagus is holding this giant fucking.
This is,
I turn back.
Yeah, I know that is. That's Adelina. It's their.
Is it?
She had a name?
Pixie 2.
The electric pixie Lou.
Yeah, she was like their messenger or something.
Oh,
Was is a good word.
was actually fits the description.
Wait, she dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's fucking dead.
She's right there.
That's how he's able to turn into them. He consumes them.
Don't let that.
No, we're trying to be honest with them,
Were
right?
you with them or something?
No, hence why I ate her.
See, now he knows the truth.
Killed her now.
I reach in, I pull a big wizard hat out, and I put it on top of Vagus. He's the strongest one of us.
Where'd you get a wizard hat?
Yeah, you see, she like doesn't really act like this. Well, then, maybe you can help us.
No one takes me serious.
I want that drawing of his back into a wizard's hat. No one takes me serious.
Vegas is just standing outside the barn now, like trying to cast spells.
Oh my god.
I give Vagus my component pouch. Hold on to this one.
I'm gonna go.
Well, then maybe you can help us with that.
Nah.
Well, that's what we're here. We need to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, what's going
what,
like
what
how?
deal did you set up with the hags that now they were looking for you?
And you see it's the girl that hasn't spoken yet.
And where's the text?
What?
Where's the text? This text that you pulled this magic from.
And you see the other one just. Look, I don't know. Okay, our parents confiscated it. They're always like taking Annie's stuff. We don't have it anymore. But and you see as Annie kind of looks at her and like disapproval and just, Annie, come on, this is getting really scary. Okay, look. So.
Yes, Amy, I suggest you listen to your friends. And I'll use
Annie, are you okay?
fucking
Are you
thaumaturgy
okay?
to, like,
Are you
make
okay,
the eyes
Annie?
go, and then I'll start speaking in Infernal.
She's not
Well,
okay.
And she's like, oh, like, he's trying to keep this strong face. You see as the other one's, Annie, oh, please, we're all really scared right now, okay?
Your weakness will be your undoing.
His hand just kind of folds her arms.
Yes, I win.
I ate Adelina.
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
you too.
So, we've been trying to be a powerful coven for years. But
Then Apollo just starts laughing.
yeah, and you can see like as Annie like the jaw tightens,
Aw,
and you
you're so
see
cute.
as Stacy just shoots her a look, and you just.
Stacy's mom, no.
But if you want to get powerful,
I want to meet
we
Stacy's
needed
mom.
help. We didn't want to get stuck in this backwater town forever. So
We share similar viewpoints.
we performed some rituals, and we've been reaching out to see what's out there. And for a long time, it didn't work because we obviously weren't devoted enough. And you see as Stacy just, or maybe because your research was bad. And she goes, well, at least I brought something to the table, Stacy.
Wow.
Whoa.
Damn.
They can,
all over.
they can start their own.
I'm sipping on some tea from a pouch.
Yes.
Good old bag tea.
Oh, Ava, do you still have shrooms?
Yes.
No.
Give these girls shrooms.
Yeah.
You want to get devoted?
You want to contact God?
See God.
Do you want to see the stars talking
Listen,
to
Your
you?
Honor, I did not give them
Listen, we
drugs.
just found the little girls alone. They invited us in, and we gave them drugs. That's it.
Well, honestly, what I was doing wasn't working. And so
Who'd you make a deal with?
well, obviously, what I was using as a medium wasn't working. And so I took some of my dad's
Go on.
drugs and
Ah.
So we don't have to give them to you.
Do you, Annie? You want to see where a life of crime leads you?
look, it worked, okay? I performed the ritual, and I had a seance, and I had a grand vision in which this beautiful woman approached me and offered power. But I needed
Dumbass.
a coven. So I brought it up with everybody else, and
So not only did you offer your soul up, you offered their souls.
no, it was a group decision. Right, sisters?
Silence in the moment.
Yes, Queen, slay it.
Oh my god, she did not just say
Girls
that.
respond to that.
Right, sisters.
Yeah, the
Right?
yeah, you see the more timid one whose name you guys don't know yet was like,
Astra would really
Yeah.
love these guys.
Should have a field day.
Was the lady you made a deal with one of the people in the woods?
I don't know. We haven't. Probably. Look, I didn't know if it was real. Okay, it was. Like, I had this vision. I had this dream. I told the rest of them about it. We all did a. She told me to do this sigil ritual thing, and we did it, and we all had really intense dreams that night. And I didn't know if it was real. Okay, but then I could do things. I could do all the things that she promised to me. And, well, then Adelina showed up. And told us it was time for us to fulfill our end of the bargain. And we can't do that, okay? We can't.
What was your end of the
What's the
bargain?
bargain?
We have to serve them. Which means we have to go to them and be their servants.
Ah.
I know how to get to Meridian!
Well, it's pretty easy. You just hop on your hop-alongs and you just go that way.
Like, I don't want to. And you see as she's breaking a little bit, the other one whose name that you don't have.
I thought we had them all.
Okay, I guess for the sake of it,
Jenny.
Jenny
Yeah.
is Annie's sister.
We knew
She
Jenny.
starts breaking down.
Yeah, we got
sobbing.
Jenny's name as well.
You see, she starts crying. I don't want to go to Meridian. It's so far away, and I'm gonna miss our mom.
That's what you're worried
And
about?
You see Annie just, Jenny, just be quiet, please. Just be quiet.
Man.
The servitude is not what you're crying. It's
really
the
just went
travel.
headstrong into the deal without really like.
It's not the, oh, I'm gonna be an eternal servant. It's, man, that's so fucking far. Like, that's what's going through your head right now.
Look,
Wade says this,
You're
by the way.
full- What's the bargain? What's the bargain? How long?
Forever?
Like a few years? Your whole life?
don't know.
Man, you did not negotiate this deal.
Wow, you
Yeah.
suck!
I didn't think it was real.
Coming from a devil.
This
Like,
is how bad religions start.
yeah, deals are very
Okay.
binding.
You know what? But we only have to keep them away for a little bit longer.
Why?
Because they can't stay here very long.
Okay, I'm going to teach you a valuable lesson. Sometimes, when you've dug yourself so deep, wait, pay attention. When you've dug yourself so deep into a hole, you don't keep digging to try and get out.
Hold on. There's an important thing was just brought up. What do you mean they can't stay here very long? How do you know that? And why do you know that?
That was going to be my question, and I was paying attention. What are you referencing to?
Not important right now.
No, it's
Earlier,
important
you
to me.
playing with wood and getting splinters in your hand?
Alright, I was playing with wood. But
Go on.
Adelina. When she showed up and told us that we had to go to Meridian, fulfill our end of the bargain, we told her no. Because that's crazy. And she left. Well, then she came back and said that the Weaver women were here in Meridian and we had to go, otherwise they would come for us and that they would be very unhappy about doing that. And so I asked her some questions, and ever since she came by the first time, I've been learning all I can about Fae and how to talk to them since this happened.
and I
Should have
was
done that in
able.
the first place.
Really though.
I know. Look, I'm trying to fix this. But
Okay.
she's-
I respect.
But she slipped that the Weavers had to make a deal to get here in the first place, and there are terms to that deal. That she called him a guardian or a keeper or something. That he's the one that brought them here, and that their
The
deal. The warden, yeah. And that they can only stay here for a fortnight. We've already been holding them off for almost over a week.
How long's a fortnight?
2 weeks.
Okay.
Cool. I was just googling it.
So
We only have to keep them out for a few more days.
answer me this then.
Riddle me this.
If we just say maintain status quo, they can't stay here forever. They leave, go back, whatever. What happens to the people that's with them already? What happens to Alice?
There is a very tense silence that fills this room. And you see as all three girls look over to Alice.
Annie.
Thank you. We'll look to Annie.
Alice shows up.
What are we even doing here?
Yeah, it's just, again, I don't know. I mean, we don't even know that, they're the reason that, and you see Stacy goes, oh, for fuck's sake, Annie! This is our fault! She goes,
I like
we don't-
Stacy.
We don't know that. She goes, it's our fault. We did this.
Yeah.
And now all of them are gone. Alice, Mary, Tybalt, Sue Ann. It's our fault. Well, what do you want to do then? You want to go with them? You know what they're going to do to us? And Stacey goes, no, we have no idea what they're going to do to us. Because we don't even know what we agreed to.
You guys really should have made Stacy the leader. She seems very level-headed and calm under pressure.
I would also like to know the woman that came to you in your dreams, was this the same woman you've been talking to?
I haven't talked to her. We all see someone different. They look similar, but
The sisters.
things are slightly different with their appearance. But they come to us usually while we're sleeping, and I don't know, we haven't seen them in person.
They've never shared a name with you?
Just the Weaver woman.
I think
I'll say, and with that, we need to do a quick break. So we will return with that information as you guys can think about what questions you want to ask. As now you guys are going to have quite a dilemma of what is it that you're going to do next. So
I say we
We-
serve these little girls to the Weaver woman.
we are going to go on break. So
They had it coming. They had it coming.
let's try to keep this break quick.
Yes.
So we'll see you soon, guys. Bye.
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 5-10 minutes, something like that. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Actually, I think that was the quickest break we've ever done. I think we actually kept it in a reasonable time frame.
On time.
We're on time.
Reasonable.
And I think a big motivator for that was we got a loot drop. Snackies.
Snackies!
Thank you, Pong Geezer, for continuing to support the channel. Loot box.
Yes.
Yes. How does it keep getting these
I'm
boxes?
so
We throw it
sad.
away every time.
Caroline, open yours!
Everybody gets snacks but you.
Yeah.
Ooh, fuck
I know,
Caroline.
what the
Yours is
heck?
in the mail. It's on the way.
All right, guys, we got.
Oh, too tired.
There's a lot of stuff.
I have some Taiwanese snacks.
Chips.
It actually feels great for Caroline's ears.
Rice. Get the hell out of the box.
Rice Krispie, throw it to me.
Rice Krispie
Throw it
treats.
to me. Deck saves.
Halfling bread.
Yes! Oh boy. I want it.
And a bunch of drinkies.
Welcome to the ASMR session. Ooh. Oh, you already know what I'm getting. Come on.
A white Gatorade.
No, Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper, don't give it to him.
Please.
It'd be too powerful.
No.
Oh, there's another.
Okay.
He goes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
May I
May I take your hat? May I do it for you?
Can I take your hat?
Can I take your hat? I forgot that episode of SpongeBob. Little. Is it that same episode?
No.
Oh. This is not normal.
I'm just gonna dump all the stuff here and you guys can figure it out. Except mine.
I'm gonna switch right now.
If we get into combat, we're just gonna use this.
Oh my god!
What?
Okay, I think we're good.
Oh, Pong,
Wait, where'd the Oreos go?
spoil us.
Kobe! Share!
How did I be like a fourth of the way gone?
What the fuck?
Oh my god. So many snacks keeps
What
coming.
the hell?
It's cold. How'd you know that was in there? That was like the first thing you grabbed.
Because it's the first thing he grabbed.
I saw it when Sushi opened it, so I had to get up. I had to get it.
Monsters.
Thank you, Pong Geezer. Kobe, you're a gremlin.
A secret message from the pigeon. Consume.
Pigeon. Shh.
And the eagle.
There's a throwback.
You had to be loud as fuck.
Alright.
Alright, we are now snacked up and ready to go.
I am snacked up.
Snacked up on a Sunday. Let's go.
Double snacked.
Alright, get out of your system.
Snacked up on a Monday.
On a Sunday, because we're not in Taiwan.
What a snissy drop.
Yeah, that's a nice snissy you got there.
No.
Alright.
Alright, so we pick up.
We're intimidating little girls.
Yeah. As you are currently in a barn with 4 girls, as they have, as they're the ringleader to the crew of, there is some revenge. Tyler, is there anything that you need?
My eye.
Is there anything that we need to talk about here?
No, how's my
Oh
phone
my
casting
god.
going? Have I cast anything?
You're still not getting any respect.
I'm trying.
All right.
I just peeked back in. Wait, how do you do this?
As Annie has told you that these girls had made an agreement with the Weaver women, not really knowing what they were getting into, and now that the Weaver women are here to collect what is theirs.
Okay, so
And informed you that they were told about that they had to basically cough up by Adelina, who you have learned is the pixie. And upon refusing, Adelina came back sometime later and told them that the Weaver women were here to collect what they were owed. And that's about as far as we got in the conversation, along with not Alice, Annie, telling you that she believed that the Weaver women were only allowed to be here for 2 weeks, and they have managed to keep them at bay for just over a week, or a week and some time, a week and a half. And we'll pick up there.
So in theory, we could just leave them be, but then everyone in there going away. So that's not something that we can do.
It's not an
No.
option.
We could leave them and everybody dies, so therefore we cannot leave them.
And also, we still don't know, like, why the Weaver women are taking the townspeople. Is it to scare these girls into being their servants? Are they going to keep doing, like, if they moved in here, are they going to keep doing, like, bad shit or something? I don't,
I think that is the right. Like they have been they've been brought here by the warden.
Yeah, but
And
they're not the
they-
only ones.
No, they want this land though. It's kind of the understanding that I've come to, right? Like they came here, they made a deal with, the girls, and in return are just doing anything they can to expand their influence. That's why they want the sigils taken away so they can move further and further in.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know if they're here to stay. Based on what Annalena told us, that the warden only is letting them stay here for 2 weeks, and after that they have to go back.
Why such a limited
So then what's the
time?
premise? What's the point? To get souls, to get people, to make
Chaos?
servants? Well, I guess.
Any of you know who this warden is?
Maybe we should have spoken with Adelita a little bit more before you ate her.
Well,
I don't know if that was an option.
It wasn't an option.
So back to you guys. You guys are more than willing to let these innocent people die, so that way you guys don't have to go and make good on your deal. Is that really the type of people you are?
You see, there's like exchanged looks between all of them. And they see they don't answer.
So
Now
you
listen, we're gonna have to clean up your mess now.
I think we need to tell your parents what you guys have been up to.
You see the two young ones go, "No, please! They don't know anything about this.
Nah.
You can't tell them that."
You're worried about getting in trouble with your parents when you're willing to let innocent people die. What are your priorities?
Apollo. They don't know though. Like I whispered this to him. They don't like know about our deal with the redhead. Well, not deal, but like our thing that like if we were to give them up, that we could save the other people. Like they don't know about that.
Yeah, I'm understanding is the point I'm trying to make is that they were willing to take this deal, and in return, by not following up on it, Alice and the others have been taken, and more than likely will die if they don't make it.
But that's what I'm actually questioning. Is I don't think we know that it's in response to them.
We don't, but that's the only assumption that we really have at this point.
it sounded like they
I'm
knew
assuming
about
that-
them.
Assuming they have more nefarious plans.
It's not, well, it sounds like the disappearances didn't start until after this deal happened, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact that they
It didn't
are not-
start until after they got here. So to me, out of character, it almost sounds like this girl dreamed and basically sent out a beacon or a signal to the Fae. And the Fae came here after because the deal is being broken, they have like a window to come here.
Well, the
But
Fae
is
were
it
already
like
here.
So let me clarify the timeline here. So
okay.
Let me go back down the list of names here. So Annie found out a way. Basically, she did some stupid shit. Found a way to get in contact with. She just wanted a patron, and the Weaver women got in touch with her and said, "We will make a deal with you, but you have to bring 4." And so her and her friends did this ritual, not really knowing what it was, and create a pact with the Weaver women, this group that you found in the woods.
Made a
After some time passed, the pixie Adeline, Adelina, came to tell them that, hey, it's time for you guys to pay up. You guys have to go to Meltazar now and fulfill your end of your bargain. And Annie said no. So Adelina left. Some time passed. She came back and said, hey, just so you know, the Weaver women are here in Meridian. They're in the woods, and you guys have to now go meet them in the woods to pay up. So basically, they said the first time around, you guys had to go to Meltazar. They said, no, we're not doing that. So now the Weaver women came here and said, no, you are coming with us.
So
That's the timeline you guys have so far. And then the disappearances happened when the Weaver women came here.
So what it sounds like, again, is that how many women are missing? 4 women are missing?
You asked this out loud?
Well, you gave us the names earlier. Or the names were
Is
given
it 4 women?
It's three women.
Alice, Mary Tybalt, and Sue Ann.
Yeah.
And you see us, Daisy and Dawn.
And Dawn.
It's D-O-N. D-O-N. So it's 2 men and 3 women.
Maybe they have these 4 people captured to replace you.
Or to try and
There's 5 missing.
5 minutes.
or it's a threat of, hey, we're going to keep taking people until you come see us.
I think that is the latter. Because to me, what it sounds like to me is that Annie tried to make a patron. She made the deal. They brought everybody in.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't want to pay up on the deal.
Mm-hmm.
So then the Weaver women came here and started kidnapping people in order to make them feel pressured to make good on the deal.
Regardless of why they're taking people, they're taking people. And those people are probably not going to be in a good way if we let them, these 2 weeks just go by. So we're going to have to clean up this mess. How do we want to go about doing that?
I said we just give them the girls.
3 options. Give them the girls. Fight
We say
them.
this out loud.
Or make another deal with them.
I'm not making a deal.
I don't think we should make a deal.
The deal is what got us, well, got you into this mess. A deal will not get us out of this mess. So
The options are either give up the girls or confront them. Whether that be,
1 second. All
are
right,
you done?
continue.
normally it's Colby we have to ask to.
Yeah.
Whether that be
Okay, everyone open up your chips if you need to do so.
fighting them to kill them, or just to go in for a rescue mission. And then we can wait up to 2 weeks once we have the captured individuals out. I'm more inclined personally to try and just go in for a rescue mission.
But there are 5 people missing. I don't think we get all 5 people out.
Not without getting into a fight with them.
We don't have any means of quick, transportation.
Not only that, I remember someone said that when they looked into the door, it was really weird.
We clarified that last session. It was not the door that was weird. It was her shadow. The door was just a door.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's
it's
just
a normal
clarify that.
house.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'll say it was not as far as you guys can tell, it did not appear to be a pocket dimension inside. It was just the shadow of her arm was strange, not the door. The door just opened on its own.
I just feel like, okay, if we do a rescue mission, maybe we can use the girls as bait. But then I don't want to lose. It's like a big risk.
That'd be a good idea for luring them out, but I don't want to have to worry about fighting them and defending the girls. I'd say honestly, we just go in ourselves again.
Yeah.
If that's the route we choose to go.
Also, I didn't know the magic's behind the deal, but I feel like there'd be something magically binding if we did bring them to the hags.
And also, I'm really worried that even if we don't kill them, the contract is still on. They still have a connection with these girls.
No, that's something
They
they
can
deal
still
with
find
later.
them again.
That's something they can worry about later. If we get the girls back, the missing people back, whatever deal that the girls made with these women, that's their own prerogative at a later date. If they're only here for 2 weeks, we don't know how long it'll be, if they're able to come back, when they'll be able to come back, or anything like that. So we kind of just have to take one thing at a time.
I don't.
I
think
do
we
feel
can-
kind of bad for the girls because it's like they're minors. They didn't know what they were getting into. We've all done stupid stuff.
Yeah, they invited a bunch of strange adults into a barn with them. They're
Yeah,
dumb.
Honestly, they just kind of deserve it. Yeah.
You don't deserve it.
I mean, why not?
Apollo, that's victim blaming.
Okay, when I do stupid shit, yeah, you did stupid shit. But when everybody else does stupid shit, it's like, yeah, but they didn't know. We can't make.
No, that's because you're an adult adventurer. I mean, look, the youngest one is 14. She got peer pressured by her friends. Like,
And the
you
oldest
know,
one
like,
is 17. She's not a minor.
yeah, I mean, and at 17, I was still sucking the Great Dragon's teeth. You know, we all think about stupid shit when we're 17.
I'm this many.
But look
can't
at
blame
you.
them.
He's fucking mature for 3.
You see all the girls look at you.
And I think he's been living for millions of years as a weird slime.
I get it. But
Weird.
like, it's not my issue.
She
If-
means it in a
We're
good way.
heroes. We make everyone's issues our issue.
No. We barely can
Isn't
deal
that
with
what
our
we're
own
doing?
issues.
I think they're too young to make deals. I'm not down to give up more people,
I also don't want to give them
Yeah.
up.
and we
They're
do
too
need to
young.
help those people.
They went into something. I mean, maybe we don't have to
How else
maybe
are they
take
gonna
care
learn
of
not
it.
to do this again?
No, maybe we don't have to necessarily take care of it, but maybe at least tell the head druid and be like, these girls have some magical capability. Can you turn them away from the Fae and like towards fucking nature or something?
You see, as you say this, Annie kind of folds her arms. The druids aren't going to help us. If we had any
That kind of
affiliation,
attitude that got you into this mess.
if we had any ability to connect with nature, we wouldn't be able to actually make something of ourselves. We wouldn't need to have reached out to somebody else. Not everyone is blessed with the spirits of the forest. Some of us are just.
Just looking at Bagger still crying.
Yeah. Some of us are just normal, okay? Some of us aren't going to be anything special. We are just nobody.
Okay.
What's wrong with that?
We want to be something.
You can be something. You can be yourself. That is the best thing that you can be.
You mean just some stupid teenager on this backward town? Really?
Yes.
You could have.
Or you can leave
And go where?
anywhere else. You're complaining about how far Malthazar is. Yet have you been anywhere but here?
Meridian.
Meridian?
Try
Have you
finding another
experienced-
plate.
Have you experienced anything else but this way of life? So how do you know you're not meant to be something else?
It takes money to leave.
Oh my god, if I give you 100 gold, will you shut the fuck up?
You see they all like glance at each other. You just have 100 gold?
Yeah, we're adventurers.
Hard earned 100 gold, Jesus.
Some of us aren't blessed with magic yet. They still manage to do the most for the party. And I just put my hand on Bagus.
And also, being magical doesn't make the world magical. Because look at us. We're magical adventurers dealing with now magical hags because of your fuck up.
I just wanted the power to do something.
And you still have the power to do something. But you need to understand the capabilities and limitations of yourself and those around you. By jumping forward and trying to gain something greater, you also have to realize that you're putting other people in harm's way. While we are adventurers and while we do deal with these situations on a daily basis, we've signed up for this and we acknowledge that this is a risk that we're taking. The people around you have not. Your parents have not. Alice and the others that have been kidnapped have not. They did not willingly sign up for this.
Look, we tried to keep everyone out of the forest. We put up our old sigils. We tried and we spread rumors of things in the forest. They still went in there.
Again, sometimes you need to stop digging yourself deeper into the hole and just ask for help.
You don't know about shit.
Not everything is about you. I know it's hard to grasp and understand that the world simply does not revolve around you.
Most of us are insignificant in the grand scheme of things.
Here's a
Yeah. We're all stars in the sky, and you know, alone. It's kind of lonely out there, but when you just look up, it's everyone's shining their own bright light. You're still young. You have time to grow into your light, and jumping into deals with unknown magical creatures is one way to, like, literally get your light stolen. Focus on growing yourself
Think of how
rather
how
than
your
trying
parents
to
would
find
feel.
shortcuts to power.
If you were kidnapped, stolen, or killed, how would your parents feel?
say, literally.
Are you dismissing everything that they've done for you?
Yeah.
I doubt they would care. And you say as Jenny looks over and they would care.
You're more
You think
stupid than I thought.
You think that our parents wouldn't care if something happened to us? They would care if something happened to you. I'm the freaky one. Jenny, when are you gonna realize there's no life for us here? We are the freaks. You think that
Yes.
someone's gonna hire us, or
To think that you may have made yourself that way? It's a coping mechanism so that way you don't have to deal with anything. You don't have to deal with other people rejecting you. You reject yourself.
have you talked to anyone in this town, really?
Yes, I have. I've talked to 3 people, and so far I hate most of them.
Yeah, they'll suck.
Rick and Bobby were nice.
I said most of them.
So just Frederick?
Yes, I don't like him.
We don't like Frederick.
And everyone looks up to Frederick. So
and-
being
So that's what I'm
blamed.
saying. You don't fit in here, but who's to say that you don't fit in Dendar? Or have you seen anywhere else?
Or Meridian.
Meridian.
Yo!
Yo.
You great that's there are many places that you have not been, so for you to say that you don't belong or that you're not important is stupid. Until you've seen everything, you cannot say you don't belong.
And I know it's hard, and it feels like your parents are rejecting you because they reject you, but I think it's out of fear for any harm that can come to you. I mean, I don't know them. Definitely should talk out with them and communicate. But
I mean, I'm not a therapist or anything, but
yeah.
so
for
here's what's
sure.
gonna happen. We're gonna take you back. We're gonna let your parents deal with you however your parents decide to deal with you. And we are going to go and try and clean up your mess that you have made. Now, in return, we're going to ask some things of you and your friends
Another
here.
deal.
You are not going to make any other deals. You're going to listen to your parents, whatever they may decide to say. And in a year, if you decide that you still do not want to be here and you want to find something else, then you can reach out to one of us and I'm sure we'll be able to help you.
Our campaign will be over by then. We can
We'll have an extra spot for you. I'm sure someone will die before then. We always need replacements.
You don't. Just don't tell our parents.
Okay, well, I don't know what you think we're going to go back and tell them, but we kind of need...
Yeah, doing this in the dark hasn't gone
Doing
well
this in
for
the
you.
dark is what's gotten you to this point, right? Like, if you'd spoken up and told people what had happened, they might not have gone into the woods and might not have been kidnapped, right? So, you need to learn to communicate effectively.
Step 1 is taking responsibility. We're gonna fix it. We'll clean it all up.
But I'm not
You guys
going to do it
wanted
if you just
power?
continue to hide behind
I'm
this.
watching her hands too. She cast a fucking spell, I swear to God.
You guys wanted power? Well, with power comes responsibility.
Spider-Man.
You're watching her hands. You see,
I'm watching her.
yeah, you see, she starts doing this, like not casting spells, just kind of wringing her hands a little bit.
You're going to face the consequences of your actions. Whether that be with the Weaver woman or your parents, you will face it.
I suggest your parents.
I do too.
You
And
see,
if they didn't care about you, I don't think you'd be this worried about it.
God, I didn't think adventuring would have me touring fucking continents, making fucking teenagers respect their parents.
I didn't expect it. I just expected monsters and stuff.
Yeah,
and
really
gold
though.
and
First astronaut.
Biggest monster is the monster in our families.
Apollo is a therapist.
Damn.
Damn. She.
Break the cycle, Annie.
Break the cycle.
You gotta fight. Oh, you're right.
Look, can we at least like talk amongst ourselves first?
About what?
This
Running away.
All right, listen. I'll break it down, nice and simple. You have two choices: go with us back, or go to the Wither Woman. Pick one. There is no discussion that needs to be had. There's no getting your story straight. Ultimately, you kind of do what we say, or you go to the Weaver Woman.
Right. Is she, as Annie looks at the other three, just... All right. Just... Fuck. Okay.
Let's go. We need to sleep because tomorrow we're going to the woods.
Fuck me.
The wood.
I don't like
guy-
the woods. I don't like those snake cows.
They look kind of cute.
No, they're fucking
This is-
weird. And it took a lot to get by them.
One of them I named Jeremy.
Did you name him Jeremy? I want to kill Jeremy.
Oh, anyone but Jeremy.
Okay, can I kill... I can't even...
Susan can fuck off.
Susan? Okay.
Remember, he's this many.
I know. He's my son.
Let's get
true.
going.
You
It's
got the
getting,
spell yet?
it's
I'm gonna
getting
whisper
dark.
to Apollo.
What is our story to the parents?
I don't know. I'll make something up as we get there.
Are we gonna tell them that they actually made a deal with
Well-
Faye?
I don't think we should... Again, I'm whispering this just to Ava.
Yeah.
I don't think we should tell them the whole truth, but I think a version of the truth that still inflicts blame on them so that way they can be effectively punished but not completely ostracized.
Just tell them
from
they
the
got
community.
involved with the Fae.
Yeah, I think I'll come up with something on the way there.
Yeah, okay.
They played a game with the Fae or something.
Yeah,
And
they were
The Fae,
contacted. They reached out
the
first.
Fae are trying to find them, and they're taking people.
Yeah, okay.
At some point
And
while
they should-
Vegas is
they
trying
sh-
to cast a spell, I use Thaumaturgy when he does this to open the barn doors.
All right.
Oh, you timed it perfectly.
Yeah.
Wow.
It makes a sound, right? All right. As
Thank you,
the
Vegas.
doors go.
And then I'll amplify Vagus' voice or whatever he says next.
It worked.
I told you he's the most powerful.
I sprint off into the field.
Eh.
Yeah, all
Well, I
fours
will.
again. Just
All right, shall we get going? And I use Thaumaturgy
It
to
doesn't
turn
make
off
like
the light.
extra noise, it's just the noise of the door opening.
Okay, so like, okay. Well, it's still, it makes a sound, but I will say as between the noise here, you see that the girls kind of jump with this. And as you're kind of gathering yourselves, you hear a sound coming from the homestead nearby. As you see two individuals. One appears to be a larger, well-built man.
Ew, I'm not good at hand-to-hand combat. Vagus handle him for me.
We don't gotta handle anyone.
And it's like a smaller, scrawny woman, and you see that the man is walking out holding like a rusted, chipped short sword.
so they're walking out to the barn. They just see the doors open and they're, it worked. And I sprint on all fours into the field.
But yeah, you see as the man just, what the hell? And he like grabs the blade and holds it out in front of him.
I'm just gonna pop up in the field. I wouldn't do that.
I would not recommend.
Like a meerkat.
We just found Daisy and the rest of them. Go get Bobby and Greg. We'll bring them in.
Those are probably the owners of the home.
Annie, Janine! And you see as
They're also the ones with the text.
Interesting.
and you see
This book.
where are you guys all looking right now? Are you guys looking at this man just holding a
I've
sword?
been keeping an eye on the kids just to make
Okay.
sure that they don't fuck off.
I will say as
I'm gonna watch the kids.
Yeah.
as you two are kind of keeping an eye, you do see as this happens, they all are standing close to each other, and you see Annie does say something to them quickly in a hushed word. And
Can I
then,
hear it?
it depends where you're looking at.
Well, I wouldn't be looking at Vagus. I gave him an it worked, and then I turned back.
Okay. I'll give you a perception. It's gonna be a high DC.
This is what I was built for, everybody. Everybody.
Straight out the
calm down.
test tube.
Everybody's
This is what I was built for. Yes.
This is
Straight out of the test tube. Perception?
Also, I said Jenny. Jenny.
as
sorry,
I
not Jenny.
construct him in the clone tube. Just I want him to have better perception. And just
Not what I was made for.
Yeah. So you don't pick it up.
So close to a 20.
And you see as you just kind of just see Annie just mutter something real quick, and then she just straightens up and like begins to move out. As you can see that this man is holding the sword and just looking at all of you and just, what are you doing in my barn?
I take it you're Annie's parents. Follow us to Greg and Bobby's. We're all gonna meet there. That we need to discuss some things. We're adventurers sent from the keeper.
And you see as Annie and the rest of them kind of step out. And you see as Annie's looking down at the ground. You see as he just, what did you do? As he puts the sword away, and she just looks down at the ground.
we can discuss that
Right.
in a
No
more
heated
proper setting.
feelings right now. It's
We
okay.
need a
Let's
safe
go talk
space
it out.
in order to communicate effectively.
Come on, kids. And
Let's go.
I suggest you two follow one of the parents.
Come along, everyone.
I'm gonna stand in between Annie and like.
And I'm just keeping an eye on, especially when I can cast spells. That's
Yeah.
been casting spells.
Yeah, that was Annie and Stacy.
Come on, kids.
Come along, everyone.
And we're gonna lead them all towards Greg and Bobby's.
Yeah.
All right, and as you guys are moving, you see that the father, who would say you learn his name is Robert. You see as he looks over to his wife, as you kind of look over, you see he's like standing on the balcony. Go get the rest, and you see she just quietly darts off, and so you see she goes out and grabs the parents. So, this is assuming this is going to be a big parent-teacher conference.
Yes.
Yes.
Welcome to D&D. Welcome to Parent-Teacher Conference Day.
dad's name?
Thank you all for coming.
She's just looking down at the ground. Robert.
Robert.
So, what's your mom's
She got an F on her witch report card.
name? Her grimoire.
Yeah.
Carrie.
Gary.
Carrie.
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 Hey, someone said parent. Barry the Black.
And as you are, we'll say for the expediency, everyone, you gather,
Yep.
as you gather everyone, and as Robert and Greg start to have a conversation, you see that they are very nervous about what you guys are potentially finding. And you see that table you guys met up is brought around to the back of the house. And like there's like a small, somewhat fenced area. It's more hidden behind like bushes. So it's somewhat more private and not directly seen from the street view. I'll say you guys are all awkwardly seated around this table with like kind of the girls on one side, and there's some of the parents just kind of standing like in a semicircle, but you know how this conference hall outside with these girls and the parents.
Mm-hmm.
We've gathered you here today. Apollo, take it away.
Your Honor.
So, everybody, it's nice to see you. So, who's all here? Is it all the parents of the kids, or is it like the whole fucking like?
No, it's just the parents of the kids, and you can, and now it's easier for you to tell that like the parents are like trying to keep this quiet.
Yeah, so
You
Bobby,
definitely, this is
Greg,
definitely
Robert,
they don't want the
Carrie.
neighbors looking in on this
I just
conversation.
look over to Bobby. Told you we'd find him.
Oh, bless you. And you see, and she, as you see that, she gives a very withering look towards Annie and Jenny.
Yep. Your kids are the devil.
So,
I think that's what she's going for.
we managed to find them.
Everyone's safe for now. But let's focus on that. Everyone's safe.
You see, as Robert folds his arms. Now, what is this about? What were you doing with our daughters?
So,
Talking to them about the strange disappearances of your townspeople.
we were having the talk with your daughter about Faye.
And how to not play games with them,
The
or else
disappearances
people start disappearing.
that have been happening are directly correlated with your children. Well, your
What the
children.
hell's you talking about? And you see as Bobby turns and just, I knew your daughters had something to do with this.
Listen.
All of your daughters played pretty equal parts, I would say. Daisy and
you see-
Stacy.
And as you say this, you see that Annie just That's not true. It was my idea.
Oh, she's taking responsibility for her actions.
They had nothing to do with this. It was my fault. They didn't even know what was going on. I told them it was just a game. And you see as Robert just, the fuck you mean? And he says, it was just a prank. It's just that
Now, kind sir.
that book.
Robert, before you start putting too much blame,
Yeah.
I suggest you hide your drugs in the house first of all. And also,
I just saved.
And you see as he kind of looks at you,
Yeah.
and then you see as he looks over at Annie, and she just kind of shrinks in the chair.
I think it is important to understand the decisions that have led to this as well. While, yes, the children did not know what they were getting into, and they have dabbled in forces that are much greater than themselves, or anybody in this town, as a matter of fact, it is also important to lead them, or find out what led them here, so that these will not be repeated moving forward. These children feel ostracized from the society. If they don't feel like they belong, they're going to start seeking for belonging in outside influences.
It's very well said.
You see as
Most of which are willing to take advantage of them at whatever cost, which is what happened here.
I think you see as Greg kind of puts a hand down on Bobby's shoulder. I think we've already seen some of the effects of those bad influences as he looks to Annie and Jenny.
They're not the
You
ones.
guys
I
are
mean,
so
you have to
eager
look
point
in.
blame at
Yeah,
everybody
you have to
else.
look
You need
into
to-
yourselves.
You need to evaluate what happened. Again, otherwise this is going to keep happening. Not just here, but across these lands.
also, these are kids. They make dumb decisions and fuck up.
Does that mean they deserve to be excommunicated? Defend for themselves? No. Does that mean that they need their parents and those around them to guide them and show them the right path to take? Yes. And you guys sitting here acting like children yourselves, bickering amongst who did this and what did what, is not going to help anything.
They need a gentle hand to guide them.
Not a fist to punish them.
Well, we are going to be the fist.
Oh, we already kind of were.
You see as Robert is like daring daggers into Annie. Looks. So what exactly did she get everyone into?
Did they get themselves into? I'm not going to keep talking if you're going to keep playing these stupid little games. And I'm just going to match Robert's gaze. You may intimidate little children, but you don't intimidate me.
Now what is it you want? Money?
Did I ask for money? Did we come bearing... Let's save your children from money. No, you fucking idiot.
And what is it that you want?
To help your children and help this community. I'm sorry that's so fucking hard for you to understand. You've got about 2 brain cells up there and they're not working very hard.
They're not very working very
Shut
hard.
up, Ava.
They're not working very hard.
Getting mad at everybody.
No, but
Your children dabbled in
seriously.
forces that were beyond them. They reached out and they played a game, and a game that they lost. Now, the consequences of this game
All of them. I looked to Bobby and Greg as well. All of them took part in it.
is that they either go to Meridian
Meltazar.
sorry, and endure servitude at the hands of those they made a deal with, which they didn't choose to do. And they instead chose to pretend like it didn't happen and do their best to prevent people from going into the forest. And then when those whom they made the deal with came to collect, is when people started disappearing and your 5 townsfolk have gone missing.
You see as Bobby kind of gasps and goes, "A deal like demons? Did you
I'm a
like?"
fucking
Witches.
tiefling and you're over here fucking saying...
Witches, Bobby. There's witches in the forest.
I speak to fucking Wade and Infernal. These people have no morals.
Wait, are you?
Demons.
You're saying that?
Yep.
Aldon is like deals,
Yes.
and
They made a
And while
very
these
bad deal.
promises may seem innocent to children, they are very binding to those who wish to take advantage of these deals. So these women, these Weaver women as they're known, have come to collect on their deal, whether that be the 4 lives of your children or the 5 lives of those innocents.
Oh, heavens.
So that's why we're here.
You see, she reaches out and puts a hand on Daisy's, like the lower part of her arms. Daisy, are you all right? And you see Daisy just kind of silently nods. And she goes, all right, well, what do we do?
Nothing.
Give us a
guys-
place to rest.
Of course.
We'll take care of this tomorrow.
Absolutely. We don't have a lot of space, but please, anything you need, anything you can provide, just. You see it as her husband Greg just kind of puts a hand on her shoulder, kind of steadier. You have a gratitude. Whatever it is you need, and we'll see that our children are spoken to and dealt with accordingly. And he looks across to the other parents that are gathered. I think that we're all surprised by the revelations of today.
I want you to just keep one thing in mind. We're not going to ask you for anything for this.
I want the text.
A couple things. One, I believe you two, and then I point over to Robert and his wife,
Yeah.
have confiscated
Carrie.
things from Carrie. Have confiscated some things from Annie that we need to take a look at. Some certain texts and things like of such. You still have those, or you throw them away?
So, well, you see as Robert told Carrie to burn it.
Did you?
As you look and you see his wife just looks up at her husband, just
If you could get them so we can look at them, please.
she's like, Robert turns, you didn't. She's, I'll find it. It'd be helpful for the adventurers. And you see his jaw
will
just
be.
get set.
I want everyone to focus on one thing from this,
I want to kill him so bad.
that your children are safe, and I'm looking at Robert. That's the important thing.
It's a time for guidance, not punishment.
I'm gonna send a message on Bagus.
If you think about it, it's just free bones.
Make a fighting stew. For me being the most powerful wizard here now.
That's still on.
Child's play.
We're gonna take care of this. I need you all to be a little bit more understanding and forgiving, I think, of your kids. They made a bad decision. It'll be cleaned up.
And you see Robert kind of folds his arms and whatever you need to make this right. It is concerning that these disappearances may be linked back to our families.
God's willing, nothing's done that can't be undone. Everything in life is a lesson. Something to be learned from it.
You see as Greg kind of looks across you. Thank you for your help, but perhaps it's time for all of us to go home. And he looks across to the other parents and girls, and he looks down to the four. I hope you really think about this conversation and what has happened here. God.
Before you all head your separate ways, I wouldn't mind having a brief conversation with the girls, if you would all allow it. At this point, I will take the wizard hat off and put it on you.
No, wizard, you.
I'll make sure they're all brought home in proper time. Just something brief.
You see, they'll kind of glance at one another. Basically, as Robert's.
I'll give him the baguette smile.
Yeah. We're not letting them out of our sight. But you see, so there is kind of agreement that they're not going to leave you alone with them, but they do kind of drift off a bit.
They're more worried about us trying to take their children than they are the fucking hags.
What's up, Vegas?
As
The four are still seated around the table.
someone who has come from a bit of nothing and made something of it, I just want you all to understand that having to make these deals and seek these things out, these magical powers and these strengths, it is a way of finding yourselves, I'm sure you've noticed, but making the most of yourself is going to be important over these next couple of years, and all of you have the strength to do that. I want you all to know that. But take it from me, someone who has come from less magical means, magic is not the only way you can prove yourselves. Understand that.
You see,
If I
as
may
the,
just. Oh, go on.
no, go ahead.
If I just may add on a little bit from a different perspective as well, as someone who was definitely called crazy by the clan and the parents and my nestmates,
She still is.
sometimes you just gotta say, this isn't the place for me, and then you gotta leave. But it takes a bit of growing up to get there. So I understand. I understand you, and I believe you guys. If this isn't the place for you, then don't be scared to explore.
But do be afraid of making deals.
I mean, I don't know. I made a deal with the stars. It kind of worked out for me, so I am not the best person to.
This is not the lesson we're trying to instill here.
I'm realizing, which is why I've kept very quiet.
I think it is important to understand, again, everything that led to these decisions. While your goals and pursuits may have been noble and righteous, the road to hells are paved with good intentions. And it's very easy to lose yourself amongst the way.
He would know. The people he's cloned after come from hills.
Keep it together. We must stay focused.
You see the three besides Annie are kind of like look in kind of confusion at that.
And while you might not, the family that you may have been born into might not be the family that you love the most. Sometimes it's the friends and people that you meet along the way that really show you all that life has to offer.
It's family you get to choose.
Blood isn't the only way to determine family.
It's bones.
It's soup.
I mean, you guys already started tonight. You guys made a coven. That's kind of like a party.
You guys are technically more related than any of us will ever be. Almost like Vegas.
That's my dad.
Well,
It's my son.
that's my
Go on.
Wood.
no, not for the kids. The point of the story is that
That's my top.
I'm so glad we have these emotional scenes.
the point of the story is that, as similar to what Ava said, don't be afraid to leave the constraints and confines of that which you've been born into. Explore. Get out there. But don't forget to look out for one another. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, everybody does need someone to rely on.
You see that Annie, who's not looked up at you or really made eye contact, just doesn't look at you, but kind of just raises her head a bit, and you can tell that while she's not looking at you, she's listening to your words intently. But you see is Jenny just looks and nods. Okay.
I'm gonna kneel down in front of Annie. And just stab her with my short sword.
Yeah, and
I'll kneel down. I know you didn't mean for any of this to happen, and I know that this was not what you had intended. I also know that you feel like you don't belong here, and that you don't necessarily fit in with anyone. But I promise you that in this world of many, there's always going to be someone that will resonate with you. So don't be afraid to get out there and find them. And I'll give her 20 gold. For when you're ready to leave, just know you'll have a start.
See, she just looks at the gold. You just give it to her at the raw open coin, or is it like
I'll
in
give
a
it in
pouch?
a pouch.
Yeah, so she just looks at that pouch. Just. I can't tell if you're an asshole or not.
Yes.
Everybody,
He's
yeah,
both.
even Apollo.
He's both actually.
Pretty
The
big
biggest one we got.
It's gaping.
Wade made sure of that.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
oh my.
I didn't mean for any of this to happen.
We know. I think it's pretty evident that things just got out of hand.
That's why we're gonna fix this for you. And just know that if any of us die, it's on your hands.
It is entirely your fault.
Oh my god.
But at least now you have the gold to go run away and hide.
And you see as you say that, you see her father just, Annie, Jenny, let's go.
And if your father does anything tonight, let me know. I will fucking have nice words with him.
One last thing before
And
you
I'll
take
give her
them.
the bag and smile.
Teeth.
Before you take them, who's been making the seals? I'm just gonna look over all the girls.
You see they all kind of glance at each other, and he goes, me.
You may want to refresh them one last time tonight.
You go with her
It's-
and make sure like she's safe.
Make sure she doesn't get fucking
Yeah.
detonated by the
Yeah.
one that Wade tampered with.
Trip mine tree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
like
is-
let's make sure she doesn't die.
Bye.
Well, let's go you out there, but we're best to at least put them out there one more time. Have you been refreshing them every night?
Yes.
Let's do it one more time.
You see as the parents kind of look around, say, seals? They're mine. I put them on the trees.
They are the reason the Fae have not stormed this encampment.
She's actually been doing a really good job keeping everything in.
It's true.
Keeping everything
She's
out.
been doing a better job keeping this place safe than Frederick with all of his weapons.
Yeah, fuck Frederick, man. I hate that man.
I thaumaturgy his voice just so that Frederick hears.
God.
He speaks for all of us.
You can see out of the shop.
Insolent little fuck.
So as you see the parents are starting to gather up the children, so you're going to take Annie back to the forest, the
Yeah.
tree line? Okay. As you go, you hear Robert, you come straight back, and she just, without looking, just nods. And takes you, and she leads you down to the tree line. And you can see she reaches like into her robes, and you see pulls out. It looks like just a regular like dagger that she probably bought from Frederick, but you see that she's wrapped like twine on it and put like little baubles. You can see that she's like tried to make this look like a ceremony knife, but it's still just a knife that she's hot glue gunned.
You and Ava would get along well.
Needs more bones.
Can I? So as she goes, you see that she starts to like look at the tree line and like walk along it. This would take you guys some time. Is there anything that you guys wish to do? Like this is probably several hours just walking down the tree line.
I'm definitely gonna watch in the tree line, make sure nothing else is kind of
Yeah.
keeping
I'm
an
gonna
eye on
have
us.
Sticker sit on her shoulder. He's friendly.
Raven.
He can say a few words.
I'm in danger.
My family's dead.
My family died.
My family's done.
Boy.
Can I have someone make a perception check for me?
I would like to.
I will. I can help. Oh, can I help?
I'll say whoever wants to do it. Because this is
give it
over the
to you.
course of several hours.
Never
So
mind, that
So
one.
many dumb ways to die.
Picking pixie bones out.
I think it's 8 for me.
ew.
Little burp and occasional. Oh, it's a femur.
18.
18, 19? Okay.
8.
This side of the table did great.
Yeah.
That side of the
One.
table did not.
Okay. I would say
I have a bird.
So is there any conversations you guys want to have? Just like kind of check over the next couple hours. Is okay.
No.
I would say as you notice, especially you two, since actually this works out well. As she's moving through the trees, Apollo, you notice there's a couple of times where she kind of stops and like looks around for a minute, and then has to. No, she doesn't do like a full double back, but you see she has to like kind of check her surroundings. Like it takes her a minute to find where the sigil is, and. Vagus, you notice that at one point, or there's a couple of points when she's recarving the sigil, the height doesn't match. There are places where the sigils are lower to the ground and not at where her like eye line would be.
So they've been taking
Lower?
turns doing the sigils?
Well, as you look at it, you realize that the height for some of these look closer to perhaps Jenny or Daisy.
Okay.
It's like they're a little bit. It's not like significantly lower. It's just like it's her. So like her eye line, because she's about like 5'5", or no, she's taller. She'd be like around 5'6".
Fucking.
She's tall and skinny. She's like around like 5'5", 5'6". So like it'd be like that her around her eye line. Some of them
I'm
are
only
lower
5'7",
down to the
5'8",
ground,
so-
closer to.
I was 5'2".
Are you the only one who's actually able to get the sigils to activate? It looks like the other girls were trying.
It was just me, and she just carves into it.
Jinx.
We've picked up on each other's mannerisms. This is
Yeah.
kind of strange.
We're codependent.
Rely on each other way too much.
And after some time, she finishes. That's the last one.
Perfect.
Let's head back.
Thank
And at any time do I see anything? in the tree
Insight
line
check?
walking up?
No,
That's the last one.
but I'll say she's being honest. She's not.
Oh, okay, she's
not
just
lying,
okay.
no.
She's okay. I thought she was
She's
just
not
like,
fuck it, let the fake come.
Yeah, no.
yeah. I just thought.
Yeah, also
something
with your
else.
magical background, no. She like you don't feel like she's lying. This is the last one. You can see that she's not.
It was more of like,
Changing
did she
it
have
anyway.
something else in her mind?
I mean, she's very very troubled ever
Yeah,
ever
that
since
makes sense.
you guys
Okay.
found her in the barn.
Put my life into.
And as you lead her back to the house, you see that Robert is like waiting outside the home, kind of like pacing a little bit.
As we're walking back, I'll let her get like close to her father, or like on her way over there, and I'll cast a message,
Okay.
and then I'll just say, again, please let us know if your father does anything out of line.
So she doesn't.
reply to this message.
As you send that, and she doesn't. Actually,
Okay, fuck
see.
you then.
Actually, you send the message. There's silence, and you just hear. Thank you.
Robert took away my Xbox.
Yeah, I can't play with the
yeah, that's
iPad
you.
for an
Sending
hour.
stone.
As you guys kind of hang back a bit, she kind of like gestures for you just that she's fine and moves forward. And you see as Robert kind of walks up and like takes her by the arm and leads her into the house.
Well, we need to go to bed. We have a long day ahead.
I don't want to be anything.
But I have stickers set outside the house to let me know if there's any danger. If voices are raised, if I hear any like screaming or crying, just to come let me know.
So where are we sleeping?
You got Greg and Bobby's.
Greg and Bobby said they would help put us up.
But Bobby,
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah, so I'll just have
Yeah.
stickers chill out there.
All right, to Greg and Bobby's for night.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. As you head back,
Is it-
as you go back,
you.
they have a dinner prepared for you.
Whole other loaf?
Yeah.
Second blow.
Is
That's all I know how to make, man. It's just bread.
you see, Bobby is actually not there.
Okay.
You only have Greg, and he is sitting at the outside table as you approach with his food laid out for you.
Where's Bobby?
She's with Daisy.
Oh, okay.
Thought it best to keep an eye on her.
Yeah.
Considering she already snuck out once. You're more than welcome to stay. We don't have a lot of space in the home itself, but
Camp
can just set it out
outside
here.
too.
if that's
Okay, I like
works for you.
sleeping outside.
You like sleeping under the stars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we don't have much to offer. Thank you.
Got like a blanket or anything?
Oh, of course. Of course.
It's gonna be a little bit chilly tonight, I
Yeah,
think.
as he retrieves like some, like you can see like some almost like camping gear. It's kind of
yes,
like dusty, like or not dusty and not really used. It's kind of like that camping set that like, oh yeah, we're going camping every summer, and they just never go camping. It's like that stuff. And he lays it out, and we'll probably be awake if you need anything.
Try and get some rest. And if anyone in town just has extra pieces of meat or bones that we can have,
Oh yeah.
For our
It might be
journey.
rotting or going bad.
like I'm talking like if you have like a just a cow's
Composting
head,
bin?
like some butcher's scraps and stuff.
An owl's head?
Cow.
Cow,
Oh, I thought you said an owl's head.
extra
I was like,
legs somewhere, that kind of stuff. There's some creatures in there that we realize we can.
We can bribe.
Yeah.
What has my daughter gotten herself into? Oh,
Oh, and then I minor illusion the snake cow.
Those. I think. Oh, that's Jeremy.
Jeremy! And then I do Susan.
Susan's not it.
Just cunt.
Susan's kind of
Because
fucked up.
the ear's a little bit chipped.
it's easy. I'll see what I can find.
Thank you.
As he goes in, get settled in for the night. Is there anything you wish to do before you begin your long rest?
No.
Nope.
No.
Lay out my bedroll and just.
I ball form in his
I
bedroom.
gotta prep some spells.
All right, go ahead and prep your spells. Do your
Okay.
thing.
We have a long rest.
I make a little
What are we
vest for
trying-
Ava.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Also, you guys can go ahead and mark off your long rest.
Cool.
Hey.
Do whatever spells you guys need to do.
God!
I got my Angie back.
And I will say, I'm not gonna do another Altori and ambush on you guys. You guys, I'll assume you guys take watches.
I get tased.
I'm always waiting for either one.
No, I get.
I yield. I yield. That's all I remember from the fight. It's just, I yield. He's just getting tased. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. Realizing, oh, it is lightning damage. Oh.
Not
That's not
really.
half. I
Is
was
there
there
any?
told him that would have gone so different.
Yeah. So, is there anything you guys wish to do over the course of the night before we move on to the next event?
Do we have a plan? Any
No.
sort of... How did we handle that? Do you think we handled that well, guys?
I think we did that pretty well.
I think we did well.
As far as tomorrow,
I'm just a little.
Worried for the girls, Annie especially, but
Yeah,
same, man.
I mean, I told her to let us know if Robert did anything that was out of line.
I think
for
No.
sure, for sure.
I have stickers keeping watch too.
cross that bridge when we get to it. As far as
I'll kill him.
tomorrow's concerned,
Still have father.
Okay.
should we try and walk in talking first, so I can try and like pick out where the others are?
If we could
Because
stall
there were
long
two
enough.
invisible.
Yeah, because when you said there were two invisible watching us.
Well, they're gonna know when we show up when the seals aren't broken. But
Well, again, we never said,
Yeah, we could say we could come in saying like, "Hey, we found where they're at."
and now we would like to negotiate.
Yeah,
fair.
and then once I pick out at least one of the invisible ones, assuming that they're there, if Wade or Apollo just keep pinging me, I'll be in ball form so I can kind of like, look around. I'll just like point target, and we go.
When we kill them.
I don't know. Are we gonna be able to fight all of them?
I think if we single them out,
I don't know if they were invisible because it is within their nature and is just able to do that, or they have the spell components or just the natural ability to do so. But either way, they are of powerful magical means if they can also make powerful deals.
This is assuming all of them will be invisible again.
yes.
Assuming, yeah.
And based off that assumption, I think I'm going to be on you, just kind of scoping around. And if I see anything, I'm going to point it out to one of these messaging things. So just keep setting some subtle pings. And then I'll just say, the leaf to the right. That one. See that pile of rocks over there?
I mean, it did seem like they
could prepare fairy
liked-
fire.
Were we able to
That'd be good, Abe. Actually,
get a?
That'd actually be fucking dope.
Oh, I also have fairy fire.
you have a way to make it dark too, right?
I do. I don't know. Will they have any means of darkness in there? Or are we able to see in darkness?
I don't know, but that might be something in case we can single one out.
Well, if I cast dark, I can't see in my own darkness, can I?
Unless you have
But
double
he
sight.
has blind sense.
Unless you have blind sense or devil sight.
Drop me off.
So as much as I would like you to be the like recon,
Can't you do it as well?
what if
I
we go
prefer
under the
Pizza not
guise
to
of
concentrate.
casting darkness as close as we can to the door to get you inside the house to get to them? The people.
We handle the hags.
We
Once
do,
it's-
we do what we can to buy time until he gets out, and then we go from there.
That is to say that you were able to cast darkness.
That's true.
I mean, we were able. I was able to cast spells.
Well, they're
the last
probably
time.
ready to
Counter
counter.
spell.
The other problem is actually leaving the swamp with 5 extra people because the first time, remember I talked to the trees?
That's the big thing. I mean,
And then
I
like,
don't know.
do I have to talk to the trees again? So I gotta save a spell for that?
No. I think we know the way now, and we also know what's ahead. So if we're able to get treats for them, we can kind of plan for that effectively.
Yeah.
Sure, but
I mean,
then
I
like
do
running
have-
out with 5 new people who have been locked up for who knows how long they think they've been locked up. I don't know. Fey magic is weird.
I think.
Well, at that point, can we? Is that when we can like maybe try polymorphing into something bigger to carry them?
Well, I mean, I just have to save a spell.
I'm sure I can carry at least 2.
I think we
I
try
could-
and save one for that.
If it has
I
the
could
ability
stock
to transform,
polymorph. Would stocking polymorph help?
probably.
Because we have you can do it.
I could do it. Yeah.
I can do it.
We have says 2 people already.
Ava can do
I
it.
can do it. Yeah.
Do we need
do it
every-
too.
And then I can
different
trans. I think I can. Wait. Can I cast a spell on someone and then wild shape and then just
Yes.
keep
Yeah.
concentration?
Yes,
Yep.
that
Yep.
is correct.
So I
Absolutely.
could cast polymorph, and then if I just save a wild shape,
Yeah. I think
I could
that's the move.
transform into something too, and we can run
I think
out.
once we get them,
Mhm.
we just have to run like hell. And we can do the polymorphs to get
So you want
us?
us?
But
so
then
I-
that
I
doesn't
can go
like
in,
that
try and
doesn't
search.
like that doesn't end the contract with the hags and the
We have to cross
girls.
one bridge at a time. I think if we can get these people out, and then the 2 weeks expires and they go back, we can worry about that deal later.
Because also, if we do kill them and they are part of the Fae, I don't know.
Then we are picking
Who
a fight
they
with the
know
Warden and
in-
Titania.
Yeah.
I did
No,
just
no,
have a thought.
no. The warden and Titania are not on the
Yeah,
same
they were
side.
separate.
Well,
But I did just have a thought. So they were both invisible and in a formation. They can probably see through some things then. So darkness might not even work.
well then,
I say it's worth a try.
they
but
might not be able to see through it. They might have been. They may have something that allows them to be in whereabouts of the, Coven's coordination.
Mm-hmm.
They also may have spells that they can coordinate message sending.
So, just in case, like, this is totally not gonna happen, but just in case you gets, like, trapped.
That's also
In
what I'm
the
thinking,
hut.
and I'm worried about a little bit.
So then are we just going in balls to the wall? We just kill them all?
Yeah, like,
I think
At some point, we're
So-
gonna have to stop with trying to run and start with the trying to kill.
Okay, so there's 4 of them that we know at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was.
No, there's at least 3.
5 people.
I think 4 because there were the 4 girls in the coven we talked to. They said they each dreamed about it as a different person that all looked similar.
And then
No,
they
I
were-
don't think they said it was a different person though.
They said they looked differently, but similar.
There
Oh.
was the one
So it is 4 then.
that we talked to, the younger sister, the older sister, and then the 2 invisible. So there were at least 4.
I only pinned 3,
Because there were 2
because there
invisible
was
behind
2
us,
that went.
and then the 2 sisters we talked to.
But I think what happened was they went inside, but they actually came back out invisible.
Let's plan for 4. I'd rather plan for more and not.
Need it.
Yeah.
So, granted, I think, as with most spellcasters, they're going to be pretty weak if we can get onto them. Vagus.
So if we have anything, I can cast. I'm going to prep my 2 4th level spells as Intellect Fortress.
Okay.
To help with you in case they try to cast spells on you.
I
And
appreciate
then
it.
polymorph on the way out.
Once I get one in range, I can deal with them as quick as possible.
Then I guess then I get on someone.
So ultimately, because I think
I think we're just gonna have to go. I don't. It's not ideal, but I think we're gonna have
Intellect
to go in
Fortress lasts
fighting.
for an hour. So before we get there, I can cast Intellect Fortress. I can give you inspiration.
I can cast Pass Without Trace if we need it.
I think they'll see through it.
Yeah, I don't think that's a
We're
point.
walking into their domain, essentially.
I think as soon as we start walking in, they're gonna know we're coming.
I think we just prep for that. I will use everything I can to keep Vagus going,
Mm-hmm.
and then just relying on him to get there.
Maybe we can also make like 3 sacks with 3 rocks. Say that we brought their heads to the hags, maybe? Or do they?
They wanted the girls.
They want them
wanted them
alive,
alive.
as far as we know.
I didn't know if it was dead
Dark
or not.
thought.
Yeah, it was kind of. I liked where your
no, just
head
like-
was at.
Because I didn't know if they wanted them dead or alive.
I think we save as much as we can getting there. Once we get there, I think I like the plan of me kind of tracking, see if there's anyone invisible around us, and then if I pinpoint one, we say go.
Do you think we go on the one that you like, one of the invisible ones?
Ideally, because then when they do that, they might just be like, "Oh well, fuck, jig's up." They see.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Yeah, well, they shouldn't be capturing people in the first place, too, so I'm down to make sure that they never do it again.
I think that's where we have to go. I don't love it, but I think that's what we have to do. Because I also don't want them to keep coming after the townsfolk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
good night.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye. We all walk 2 feet away.
Good night.
Oh, that awkward
I just curl in the bag.
So that awkward standing and then immediately laying down animation.
Yeah.
All right. So as the night passes, as you all complete your long rest, with the thoughts of what's going to happen the next day. Wait,
Why?
because
Fuck you. Fuck you. Give me your
As you-
fucking money.
as you sleep, it is a dark, deep, even though troubled sleep. When suddenly you snap awake with this piercing voice in your mind. Boy, 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 boy.
Okay.
Oh, I'll fucking kill him.
As
Did we
soon
get
as
the
I
long
snap-
resting?
Yeah.
As soon as I get that, I snap awake. First person I let awake is Apollo, and I let him know because I already explained before what Stickers is doing.
Yeah.
And what he's in
I'm
charge of.
sorry.
I'm gonna say Stickers is.
I grab Ava out of her little nest.
I'm gonna just immediately.
I just pick Ava up and I run with her and I'll message Vagus.
So just real quick, as you check in with Stickers,
Yeah.
he is 120 feet away from you, as that connection is only 120 feet where he can.
It's 100 feet.
100 feet. Okay.
I would try to stay close.
So he had left the house, and
Yeah.
as you check in with him where he's at, he's 100 feet coming towards you, and
Okay.
basically as soon as he was able, he started pinging you.
Okay. Yeah, I would definitely just as soon as I get that, I wake up Apollo, tell him Stickers is giving the signal, and I'm just booking it. Immediately.
I pick Ava up. I'll message Vagus as we're going.
I'll just sit up.
It's go time. Go.
We must go.
All right, where you guys going?
I'm going to the house.
Straight to the house.
To Roger's house.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. Robert.
Yeah. As you guys start running in that direction, Stickers, you meet Stickers first as he just starts
Okay.
kind of flying above your head.
Yep, as he's following, I just have him
Okay.
follow me.
As you're running down the road, the first thing that you guys notice is there's a figure hauling ass down the road in your direction.
Okay, who is it?
It's difficult to see in the dark as the sun is still rising. Like it had those very strike shadows with the Everbright star.
My eye too. Just.
And as you see that there is a young woman running down the road,
I look familiar.
and as you look, you realize that it is Jenny. And she just runs up and sees you, and just and you see that there's tears like down her face, and she's like clutching something to her chest.
Okay.
And she like as she sees you, she like, kind of runs up and stops and just.
I'm gonna point as I'm just keep running. I'm like Apollo, talk. And I'm gonna keep running because I know they're not far behind, right? Because they're within eyesight. Well,
You guys are all running together, right?
yeah. So I'm gonna try and
You
keep.
guys are all together, and like you met Jenny as she was running
it
up
Apollo?
towards you.
No, I'm gonna keep running.
I'll run my
Hey,
full
what's
40
wrong?
feet if I can get ahead a little bit. Like I'll.
Yeah, Maggie's faster.
I set Ava
I'm
down.
on him.
Yeah, I've got to hold
He
him
picked me
forward.
up again. Just
I'm just throwing him and picking him back up.
We pass,
Okay.
and Ava was just like, "Aw."
Okay, do you guys just all basically see her and you just guys gotta keep running down the road?
I keep running, but
No,
I passed on
I stay
Apollo.
with her.
Okay.
Ava will
Ava stays? Okay.
Okay.
So as everyone just continues knowing something's wrong, you all take off a tune down the road as Ava. You see as Jenny like just kind of looks as they all run and kind of looks back at you. You see she's like she still has this body language of like she's gonna try to move past you, but you see she takes a moment just and clutching this thing to her chest as she's just wide eyed with these tears, heavily breathing from just you can tell she's just been sprinting.
What's going on?
Our dad just went freaking crazy and he started screaming and so it was so mad. It was so mad. And
Okay, okay, it's going to be okay. We're here.
And I'll just spend some time calming her down, and I would love to reconnect with the group, but Ava's focus is on Jenny right now.
Okay. And I would say as she's talking, she goes, Annie, she told me to go. She told me to go. She told me to go to Daisy's. And so I'm trying to get to Daisy's.
Okay, let's go to Daisy's then.
Okay. So I will say, just so you can stay with the group, you guys are not very far from Daisy's when you guys intercept. So I would say you're able to get her to the house. And at this point, you can see that Greg is back out on the patio because hearing you guys just get up and run in a fit.
Comes out with a shotgun.
Yeah, and he comes out. He sees you.
We're going on.
And he comes and takes Jenny. And Ava, you see as she like goes and Greg is basically a conversation of what the hell happened. Ava, you notice that as Jenny's being led to the house, that she is clutching a familiar pouch of gold in her hand.
Oh, fucking A.
And for the rest of you, you
Clutching
immediately
a
turn.
pouch of gold.
is the gold that I gave to Annie.
Did she
And-
steal it?
No, I think Robert found it.
And as the rest of you will say Ava, you reconvene with the party. As you all run up to the house, you run up to see. The first thing that you hear is Robert yelling and screaming. He's just, Annie, what the fuck are you? And you see he's clutching the side of his face.
Where is Vagas is right behind me, right?
I'd be ahead of
Yeah.
Oh, because you're faster.
feet.
I would have stickers land on Vagas, and
Yeah.
at third level, I'm gonna cast Fly. So you're gonna have a flying speed of 60 feet. I
Okay.
want you to Superman.
That's my
That
plan.
shit.
Is he outside?
Yeah, he is.
Okay, I like. As soon as I feel that magic, I'm just gonna
Dramatic.
launch myself and like grab him.
Yeah.
All right,
I want him
Vagas,
fucking, like,
you-
a bullet train. I want him to
Range
bullet
mid-jump
train.
too.
Oh,
so I can-
Vagas, you describe this to me. What do you do? There's no rules on this. He's not expecting this. Tell me cinematically, what do you do?
Have you seen Brightburn?
yes.
You know the guys
No.
stand outside and
Okay.
like if he's like on the front porch, I'm just gonna like run up.
He's like out in the yard, like
Okay.
outside the front yard.
I'm going to, at this point, put you down.
No, I'm just on your shoulder.
Okay, no, no,
For the ride.
He's in for this.
I'll put him on the chest then, so he just like splats against me, full 60 feet.
It just turns into like the
Superman
Superman
suit.
suit. Yeah, he
This is like the first thing from the boys with A Train running through rock.
Yeah,
Oh my
I'm not
God.
trying to kill him.
Yeah, yeah.
Very forcefully though, like
Yes.
full grips, both on both shoulders, whipping him up into the air and like 20 feet off the ground. I'm just gonna like
Yeah.
Rage grip him.
Okay, so as you hear, as he's screaming, he's clutching the side of his face, and he like just looks up to hear like this thing breaking this sound barrier. As you just and you grab him, he gives out a yelp in surprise as you just grab him. Your claws digging into his shoulders, and blood starting to drip down just from holding onto him in your rage. And his eyes just wide with shock, but you can see clearly, Vax, as you're holding him, the entire right side of his face is burned.
What the fuck happened?
Yeah. What the fuck? As he's like,
Start talking.
just shaking in the air.
We can go so much higher, and I can drop you so much further if you'd like. I'm going to just let go of one hand and just kind of hold it.
And he's grabbing onto your arm.
Don't worry, that grip is very easy to get rid of. I'm going to like start to peel off his hand.
Yeah.
Start talking.
She went crazy. She went crazy. She attacked me.
In that meantime, can we be looking for Annie as well?
Where is Annie?
I'm an insight check. She attacked me.
Yeah, go ahead and make an insight.
Okay.
I'll say for you guys looking around, you guys do not see Annie.
Don't see her.
5.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just freaking wild. He's looking down at this ground.
What do you mean she attacked you? What happened?
Fuck, put me down, huh?
Okay, I start to let go. Just slowly flying up like 5 feet at a time to
Yeah.
the whole conversation.
She just went crazy to start speaking madness, and suddenly she said some kind of magic. Burned the side of my face.
Where is she?
I don't know.
Where did she go? You had to have seen her run somewhere.
I don't.
Think really hard. Otherwise, your thoughts are going to be all over the ground in that area right there. I'm going to try to just land it again.
You're supposed to be the fucking hero.
I am. Go on.
If I knew where she was, I would have found her myself. She ran out of the house.
Probably peeling the arm off.
I don't know.
Well, you're not being very helpful. At this point, I will rapidly fly down the 60 feet and just like slam him kind of into the ground and just hold him there.
Okay, are you trying to kill him?
No.
Okay.
I'm putting the fear of lizard god into him.
Oh, it's in there.
Good.
I will say he.
At that point, I will just put my foot on his back.
Yeah,
Straight Velociraptor scene.
Nice. I'll say he takes damage.
Mm-hmm.
He's 60 feet slamming down. I'll go and say you don't kill him.
Yeah.
But you hear Carrie scream as she just sees this slam and just sees this lizard god now pinning down this man.
Carrie, I don't mean to be rude, but did you see anything that happened? Raging still.
Yeah, as you look over,
Foaming at them. I don't mean to be rude.
I will say that, I guess, as you look down at him and you look over at Carrie, you see that there is a bruise on the side of her face.
Anger.
Yeah. That's quite interesting. I am going to pick the foot up, and I'm going to knock him out at this point. I'm just going to like curb stomp the back of his head.
Yeah, she like
He's not dead.
just like she is petrified.
I hop off. I spare the die.
And also, Stickers is going to tap him on the face, and it gets close to like a minute left of the spell. Because it only lasts 10 minutes, so.
Oh, okay.
Carrie, what happened?
He starts.
Carrie, what happened?
No.
Carrie, what happened?
Carrie, I need you to tell me what happened.
He just went crazy. He starts screaming, and he was screaming at Annie, and she was screaming back, and she did something. Some kind of fiendish magic came out of her hands and hit him in the face, and
Boo.
her and Jenny were crying, and she told Jenny to run, and then she left, and he tried to follow her outside, and she did. Fiend magic again.
Looking around, do I see any signs of like runes or anything? Any brief traces of magic that
I
I've
think she
seen
ran for the
from?
forest.
I'll say as you look around,
Yeah, but who
especially
initiated
with
this,
you, as you take a look around this, you can see there are spaces like a few in the grass, which you recognize the effect of an
yeah.
Eldritch Blast.
I'm gonna, I guess, look for footprints. I think she headed toward the forest.
I'll start to kind of wander. Do you have any proper guards in the town, or is this more just a local militia?
The Green Knights.
I'd call the Green Knights and have them come collect Robert. Sooner than later.
Okay. Okay.
I'll start to look for trails. Like any tracks.
And I'll say, and
we get up?
as you all look around and investigating the scene, so you do find tracks, and you feel your stomach drop a bit as you do see that she ran for the forest.
I think she's gonna try and turn herself in.
Do we get there? Do we?
Get to the
Oh,
house.
that's a
Well, he can fly
surprise.
60 feet
Yeah.
or 120 feet. with
So as
dashing.
you're all together at the house.
We need to get to the hags now. Sooner than later.
Well, we're gonna need meat. And I look down at Robert.
Thank you, Adventures in Sin, for the raid. Sorry.
Wait.
What? What'd you say?
Wait, what? Wait, what? Okay, two things happened. Thank you for the raid.
Thank you for the raid,
And
Adventures in
also-
Sin.
Thank you for the raid.
Wait, what
What'd you say?
No, because wait, what happened?
You want to repeat yourself? You want me to tell him?
No, I feel bad now.
No, say it.
He was like, "We're gonna need meat," and looked down at Robert.
That's fucked up. That's
Yes.
yeah.
I said I was gonna kill him.
That's
I will say, as you arrive, you see Carrie left. She went to go find help.
No.
I mean,
We're gonna need something. We're gonna either burn everything we have getting through them.
we just need to go now. We gotta go
It
now.
doesn't matter.
I'm gonna go to their like fridge and get all their like I'm gonna steal all their meat.
house. I want to run in real quick, do a quick
Yeah, I'll
scavenge,
raid
anything meat.
his kitchen.
All right, as you go in the house and you take a look around, you see there's not a lot of food in this house.
Shit.
And as you now you see abandoned, there are only 2 bedrooms. And you see that in one of them, it looks like the sisters share. And you don't find any rotted meat because there's not a lot of fresh food. So you don't really find anything that it's going to be rotting. But I'll say, as you have this unconscious Robert at your feet, and Annie running for the forest, you're going to have some decisions to make. And that's where we're going to end this week's session.
Damn it. Oh my god.
Should Vagus just go on ahead?
I can hop on him.
Yeah, because you two can go ahead.
Because gang squad.
Because that's 120 feet. That's dashing. You guys are
Oh, I
gonna
missed the gang squad.
be. Gang squad.
What are they supposed to do once they get there? They're at such a disadvantage.
We can just go searching for Annie because she can't have gone far, and it just happened.
Her.
Because this all just happened. Jenny just came running. That means she
It
just
just
happened a little bit ahead of us.
happened.
Well, as Jenny,
All right.
are you going to cast, I guess before we end, are you going to cast Sending on Annie?
We could catch her, I think.
I'm gonna do it.
All right, I love when I call the session and you do a last minute Sending, do it.
You said it.
It gives me a better cliffhanger to end
You
on,
said
man.
it, do it.
Say,
I can't count for shit.
Annie,
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
I need you to stop and wait for us. Don't go on ahead. Please wait.
Got 9 more words.
And that's where I'll end it.
There's a pause. For a minute, you don't think you're gonna get a response, and then you hear her voice back. and even mentally, there's a bit of a shake to it.
Before you respond,
Yeah.
I'll say Robert is dope. Robert can't harm you again.
If I
The Green Knights are coming.
that's it. Nice.
Your response.
That's good use of 25 words.
That way she doesn't think we just fucking killed her dad. But her the body though we can use for meat. Yeah,
Well, it has to be rotting, so.
that's fine.
They took him to prison.
You'll never see him again.
Yep.
As you get a
Oh my
response.
god.
I have to make this right. Like you said, this is my responsibility, and I have to protect them. I thought it over. You told me if you die, then it's my fault, and I can't live with that. And that I know this place will never accept me. It isn't for me. I have to leave.
Oh, if she dies, I'm killing myself. Endgame, of course.
Whatever fate they determine for me, it's my responsibility to accept those consequences.
Without even hearing this, I will say Vagus leaves. Vagus
I'm
leaves
on
in
him.
full flight.
All right,
Gang squad.
Gang squad.
gang squad, and we'll find out what's gonna happen at our next session.
We have to wait a week for our next session too.
Yeah,
Wedding stuff.
yeah, I got it. So I'll be able to run next week.
We don't. Something's gonna happen.
So, for updates of whether or not we're going to be live next week, join our Discord. Yeah, for all those announcements. And also, check out our YouTube channel, please. The link is down below.
She got the join part right.
Follow/subscribe to YouTube. I don't know. This episode should be live in the next few days. So even if you miss our episode next week, it will be on YouTube. So go to that channel, subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can get, and also watch all of our past episodes. That's where we keep them all.
So distraught.
Yeah, that was a rough session, guys.
Goddamn game.
Roleplay. That was a heavy roleplay session. I'm very proud of all of you. So, thank you so much, especially to all of you who watched through the entire thing. Yeah, let's tune in. Well, maybe next week, but probably the week after our next session to watch how this campaign goes from 20 to 1.
3 to 1.
Yeah.